Morning. Can I be heard? Am I audible? Are we here? Are we live? Should be live. Brad Eubank, hello. J.R.R. Tolkien earlier said, I wish this had been 1 hour earlier or later. As it stands, it's completely screwing with my normal morning workout routine, so it goes. Aonuma better make up for it with some Zelda. Chaos Theory, don't snooze the alarm, Andre. Yeah, I'm here. I think I'm live. Looks like we are. I think so. The Punk Agent, Ayo, what is up? How are you? Let me know how everything is looking and sounding, everyone. Yes, I probably look like I just woke up. I actually have been up for technically over an hour, but I was like in bed. My cat Ruby kept like jumping on my legs and like nibbling at. Oh, she probably wants snacks. I'll give her snacks soon. She'll get snacks when Brandon comes on in about 25 minutes or so. I'll give her snacks. But Vilius, thank you for letting know that everything looks and sounds great. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Today I decided we're gonna look at this in this direction as opposed to this direction. I feel like it just, I don't know, just seems better to me this way. And just to kind of give an example, when we watch the direct, right, it's gonna be like, that's not what's supposed to be showing. That is different. Why is that there? Oh, because I never changed that. Okay, I gotta change that. Hold on. So yeah, I wanted to show this, right? Let's see. Window. No, I'm not doing a window capture. Yeah, I am doing a window capture. I wanted to do the other display though. Let's see. I haven't done this in a while. Oh, there we go. And I don't know which one it is. It's not that one. No, it's that one. Okay. So the way this should look should be like that. Yeah. Right, so this should no, this is wrong. This is wrong. What is going on? Oh, that's why it's so confusing. It's so confusing. Okay. I know what I did wrong. Do I know what I did wrong? There we go. Now I figured it out. There we go. There we are. So what I think I'm looking at, if I exit this, okay, right, so when I'm actually watching the direct, I'm gonna be facing this direction. Okay, I think we're good now. There we go. Yeah. So meanwhile, where, dude, I'm falling apart. I'm just trying to find, yo, like I literally see that, like, I cannot find the live chat. It's just like oh, there it is. I had like scrolled it down to like the bottom inch of the screen, so I thought it was closed, but I still saw it like in my taskbar as open. But we're good. I have it. I can see the chat. We are here. I'm awake. The stream is set up. Hopefully everything sounds okay. Vilius already said it did. I trust Vilius. Cloud9 also says so as well. So we are good. Nintendo fan 139. How am I feeling? I'm awake. I am here. And I'm ready for a fun show. Yeah. I think this is gonna be a good time. Now, the thing is, right, we got a little bit of time before the show starts, right? We got about an hour and 20 minutes. So last night we were doing a live stream, and there's so much I wanted to talk about. I really feel like I barely scratched the surface in terms of what I want to get into. So here we are. Let's start digging deeper. Buff Noob asks, Andre, do you think we'll see Star Fox? So that's one of those things where I absolutely think that there will be a couple surprise announcements that will be like, holy smokes, Nintendo's finally doing this, right? Like, for example, last week in the Switch 1 Direct, they announced Tomodachi Life. Like, and people have been waiting for that for a long time, a decade or so, right? I think the same can be said for Star Fox, or Donkey Kong, or F-Zero, or Wave Race, or Kid Icarus. And so I think all those IP I just mentioned will see an installment of on Switch 2. Okay, Wave Race maybe is a little bit more debatable. The others, I think we will see an installment of some kind on Switch 2. Wave Race, it's more like I'm praying they will. I'm not sure Nintendo would go back to it, although I really think they should. But specifically with Star Fox, yes, I do think Nintendo has Star Fox in mind in the not-so-distant future. So there is absolutely a chance we see it tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. We see it in, like, you know, an hour or so. But am I going to predict it? I don't know if I'm going to predict it. I'm just going to say that there's like a 20-25% chance that it shows up. Andy Mobile 50. This is going to be an amazing direct. I agree. This will absolutely be an amazing direct. JRL Tolkien. Here is an outside call. New Castlevania. It's time, cowards. I love Castlevania. I'd be down. Sensel. Andre, are you rushing over to GameStop after the direct ends to secure a pre-order or fighting the bots online? There's a GameStop that's like very close to me. Like, I could leave for 5 minutes and be right back. So that's what I'm gonna do. But it kind of depends on what Nintendo announces during the stream. Like, if they say that pre-orders aren't open until later, then I'll be like, all right, I can wait. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna stop by GameStop today and see how they're doing that right after the show. So that'll be my plan. Good morning, Jacob. How are you? Broke with expensive games. I have a day off today, thank God. I'm glad you have the day off. Vilius, maybe we will see something GameCube today. I mean, I was crazy enough, and maybe I was too crazy to predict this, but sometimes I feel like you gotta try, right? You gotta go for broke sometimes. Yeah, I predicted that we see GameCube NSO announced today for Switch 2. My reasoning behind it is we did have that FCC filing a few weeks ago, and it's for a Switch 2 controller that does not have NFC technology, which to me says that it's probably not Joy-Cons, probably not the Pro controller, right? But it's still a Switch 2 controller of some kind, which tells me, okay, there's a really good chance it's some sort of NSO controller. And then it also shows where the labeling would be on the rear of the controller, which is where it would be for a GameCube controller. So, you know, I think I look at that, I'm like, all right, so it seems like we're going to have a GameCube controller announced for Switch 2. Now, the other possibility, if it's not a GameCube NSO, it's a Smash-related controller. But, given that this is the Switch 2 Direct, I think there is definitely going to be some announcements regarding the Nintendo Switch Online, a new tier. And I think that makes a lot of sense, like to improve Switch Online with GameCube NSO. Also, apparently there is a rumor that the GameCube NSO is coming, right? It's an eventuality. But here's another element to this, right? We've been waiting so long for Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Metroid Prime 2, F-Zero GX. And if Nintendo were to include GameCube NSO, we get all those games very quickly. Well, depending on which ones they decide to include at day one. But a lot of those games, you know, might make a lot of sense with, you know, the Zelda fans wanting something, right? And Metroid Prime 4 on the way, us getting Metroid Prime 2 in some capacity would be nice. So I feel like timing-wise, a GameCube NSO announcement today actually would work pretty well. Kieran Buckley, GameCube NSO feels more like a September Direct or early 2026 announcement. I think that is worth noting as well, right? We usually get NSO announcements in September because that's when NSO started, and so they always in September, that's when subscriptions are renewing, so they want to announce something to keep people invested, right? Keep people renewing their service. But this is the Switch 2 Direct. This is probably the biggest Nintendo Direct of all time. I mean, literally from a time perspective, it is the biggest Nintendo Direct of all time. So if there's a time to do it outside of the typical time that they make NSO announcements of this capacity, it would be now. But yeah, I mean, just because it doesn't show up today doesn't mean it's not going to happen, right? But another point to consider here is that when we talk about the FCC filing, FCC filings, like we've seen this time and time again, where we see this for a Nintendo product, and then within a few weeks it is announced. Look at Nintendo Alarmo just a few months ago, right? So I definitely think that it's tied to something that's going to be announced soon, and that's something we're waiting until September for. So we'll see, right? We're gonna find out soon, but that's kind of my thinking in regards to that. Sky Swords, Alyssa, how are you? Good morning. Alyssa says, good morning. Happy Switch 2 Direct Day. Happy Switch 2 Direct Day to you and everyone else as well. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Corey Crawford, let the hype commence. Yes, let it commence. Give me 1 second. I just want to check on my cat real quick. I'll be right back. It'll be like 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Ruby. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I just want to check on her because there's a nurse that picks up my grandmother in the morning, right? And so I just want to make sure that my cat's like in the house, safe, good, and she is. She's just chilling in her little bed thing in the corner in the dining room. So, all good. All right, Tom Seabright. Whoa, you have a face? What's left of it? I got my lip like torn last week. I think it's healing okay, but it was pretty bad. I almost had to get. I mean, you could argue I probably should have gotten stitches, but I opted to not go for stitches. We'll see what happens as it heals, but it's been bad. But yeah, I don't like going on camera for videos because it's easier, basically, right? You know, I'm not saying I wouldn't go on camera for a video. I've done it. I used to do it a lot, but it's just easier just to jump on the microphone and record and chop that up, edit it, you know, and just do that stuff. But whenever I go live, my face is here. So you want to see my face or whatever is left of it, or wherever how it's holding up for the day, watch my lives. Gerald Toki, Andres, are you a coffee guy? And if so, how do you take it? So I'm not a coffee guy. I actually don't really like anything bitter. Not a fan of grapefruit, not a fan of beer, not a fan of coffee. Bitter things just taste like soap to me, apparently. So yeah, I like drinking water or juice in the morning. You can, I will say that, like, you can get me to drink like those, like, Starbucks drinks, you know, like with the cream and the chocolate and caramel and mocha and all that nice sweet stuff. Like, I can drink that stuff, right? But and there's obviously a little bit of coffee in there, but it's masked significantly, and the majority of the drink just kind of just tastes good. Yeah. You know, it's funny you mentioned cilantro. I don't have an issue with cilantro. But maybe it's just because when I have it, it's just like, you know, in little bits. Yeah. But like right now, what I'm drinking, this is a combination of mostly water, a little bit of an energy powder, and a little bit of cranberry juice. That's my drink. Normally I don't put anything. I just I don't know, brute force through whatever it needs to be done for me. But today I figured I'll help myself out a little bit. F.A. Costello, I wonder what will the Switch 2 cartridge taste like. Probably bitter. Probably there'll probably be some sort of bitter agent, and it'll be worse than coffee. Greg, Star Fox coffee would go hard, let's be honest. Bro, Star Fox coffee, I would drink that probably, just because it's Star Fox. Yeah, I'm not familiar with ingesting cilantro and it tasting like soap phenomenon. Sir Toki. I don't think I have an issue with cilantro, so I'm not picky with food. Like, if you give me grapefruit, I'll put up with it. But, you know, I won't like it. But, like, for the most part, anything on my plate, I eat it. Unless I'll die. Like, I am allergic to shrimp, sadly. I used to like shrimp, but then I developed the allergy when I was, like, 25. So, can't eat shrimp anymore. Jacob, take care of yourself, brother. Any more basketball again lately since hurting yourself? Well, so I hurt myself last Wednesday. So it's been almost a week because it was Wednesday night that I played the game. I have not played basketball since. I actually haven't done much physical activity since. And I'm kind of annoyed about it because, like, I was kind of, like, doing a lot. Like, you know, either running, playing pickleball, playing basketball, going to the gym. Like, you know, like, I try to do something every day pretty much. I had played beach volleyball the weekend prior. Like, you know, I was doing stuff, right? And so my wind was there. I felt pretty good. And so I haven't done much of that lately because for the first few days, this would, like, drip blood. And even when I mean, I think now I'm almost, I still can't eat totally normally. Like, I still have to be very cautious of my lip. Like, the last couple of days, like, there's been, like, a little bit of blood if I eat like normal food. but it's getting close to being almost normal. If I feel like, I did go to the gym on Monday, but otherwise my physical activity has been pretty limited. Aghanim, don't need to dress and shower when you don't have camera. I mean, yeah, just jump on the microphone and go. Yes, that is part of it. Link exists with Super Chat. Happy Switch 2 Day, big bro. Been a long time coming. It has been such a long time. Thank you for the Super Chat. I appreciate you. We're in for a good time. We are in for a very good time. Dash. Andres, are you a baseball fan at all? Just curious because it's my favorite sport. If so, are you a Marlins fan? So, I wouldn't say I am much of a baseball fan. The only sport I like to watch is basketball. That said, you know, my family is very much into baseball, and occasionally I will sit through a game and play Tetris, and I'll make observations, right? I do know how to play basketball, yes, but also baseball. So I'm not let's say I'm a very, 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 very casual fan of the Marlins as a resident of Miami, but it's not my biggest sport. RGA, I like that you are a content creator. How touches grass? I assume you meant who touches grass. I try not to touch too much grass specifically because that can get a little itchy. But I do enjoy touching grass. It is fun. Grass is great. I love those sprawling grassy hills we see in a lot of games. And I aspire to someday just being able to explore environments like that with frequency because that's fun. Yeah, I enjoy nature and going outside, playing, running, sports, picnics. Yeah. Gotta live life. Sabs, good morning. Today's the day. Today is the day. That is correct. Today is the day. Jacob, praying for a quick recovery, man. 1 more hour. The hype is getting even more exciting. Oh, yes. Kyle Whitaker, Metroid, and more Metroid. I agree. Like, yes, Metroid. Absolutely. You know, I was actually pretty excited about the conversations we had last night when we got into the Metroid Prime 4 analysis, and we noticed some new things last night when looking over the footage. So we noticed that the Metroids you see at the end of the trailer are actually Mocktroids because they only have 1 nucleus, not 3. There's a quick clip where we see the Mocktroid flying down towards the camera, right? And then the next clip, we see some sort of organic like thing, and there's something coming out of it that's like blue with a red inside. When you look carefully, that is actually the blue is the membrane of the Metroid, and the red is the nucleus of, well, I say Metroid, of the Mocktroid, right? So the Mocktroids are actually fusing with different things. And there's actually a gold plating on this weird looking creature, and then the next shot is a space pirate up close with the glowy yellow eyes and the gold plating. And so it may be the case that we're going to see Mocktroids fuse with different enemies and creatures in the world. And then literally the next shot, we see a boss fight with Carvex, which is that plant bug-like boss fight we see, right? And if you look at that one, it also has a giant bluish membrane with a red-like nucleus in the middle that looks very brain-like, very much like the Mocktroid. And there's actually more than one. And so the theory is Mocktroids are going to be fusing, sometimes in mass, to mutate creatures or enemies into something bigger, scarier, more powerful. So yes, Mocktroid fusion mutations. I think when you look over that footage, it's very compelling. I think that's going to be a strong element to the game, and it could be the source of a variety of surprise boss fights, perhaps even in the very first section of the game, because that Moctroid, where we see it, it's from the first trailer, that room where we see Silex with like that green room thing, because we even see we see the pattern of the green room, and we see the space ships above as it was in the trailer, and so it may be the case that one of those space pirates becomes fused and mutated with the Moctroid, and that's our first boss fight in the game. Probably very short, but yeah, it was an interesting discovery we made last night on that. I mean, we kind of already knew. I mean, I already kind of knew that it was from my initial trailer analysis, but upon diving deeper, I realized that it looks like that they do that a lot. Like even Carvex appears to be has multiple Moctroids that have made it into what it is. Sabs, in that clip you're talking about, I think that's right after Silex and the Space Pirates emerge in the first trailer. Look at the ceiling in the background; it's blown up but has a triangle pattern. Exactly. Yes, it is that room where the Moctroid flies down, where it seemingly fuses and helps to mutate the space pirate. Yes, that's where I think it is. Corey Crawford with a super chat as well. Thank you, Corey. Huge thanks for all your coverage on Nintendo. Thank you for the super chat, and I'm glad you've enjoyed my coverage, and I am going to continue to do so. It's only going to pick up from here. Let's see. Redbeard and Sausage, hoping for 3D Donkey Kong game and NSO update GameCube games maybe. Yeah, I talked about GameCube like a few minutes ago. Yeah, there are Donkey Kong rumors. Rumors aside, like I personally think that a 3D Donkey Kong game makes a lot of sense. I think the Mario team has been quiet for a very long time. So quiet that they could have made 2 giant, massive games. One Mario, one Donkey Kong. We'll see what happens, but yeah. I think there's definitely plenty of room for optimism for a new Donkey Kong game relatively soon. Will it be in the Direct? I don't know if it'll be in the Direct. It might be, but I would say within the first couple years of Switch 2, there's a very high chance. And when I say high, I'm going to say like 80+% we see Donkey Kong. Wilberforce Booster, if we see GameCube, will it just be added to the expansion or a third tier? That's a really good question. I think that the pricing for NSO is going to shift. So I would say that, yeah, if we're getting GameCube NSO announced today, there will be a different pricing. They may not even announce pricing yet. They might wait a little bit later to announce those details. But I do think that Nintendo Switch Online is going to have improvements and changes for Switch 2. And so there's going to be a variety of things. You know, there's going to be integrated voice chat, right? I think the C button is going to be tied to some communication features. GameCube NSO possibly as well. Maybe they're going to tie in some like Nintendo Switch 2 Edition improvements. Like there's a variety of things that could tie into being an NSO member on a higher tier. So yeah, I think they're going to at least include a higher tier. I don't know if they will change the pricing of the 2 lower tiers. That's kind of where I share some uncertainty. Like I believe that they are going to try to get us to spend more money for Switch Online in some way. That part I'm like almost 100% on. It really just comes down to, is there going to be just a third tier that they're going to add, or are they going to change the higher paid tier now? Like, is there going to be a price change with what we currently have? So that's the part that I'm kind of debating. But definitely, I would expect to spend more money if there's going to be GameCube NSO, if there's going to be better online features such as integrated voice chat, group chats, maybe even discounts on, you know, Switch 2 editions and all that stuff. Like, yeah, there's gonna be a lot. Wow, we are less than an hour away, everyone. We are less than an hour away. Also, by the way, we have 69 likes. That is impressive. But I would not be upset if we got more than 69 likes. We don't have to stay at that number forever. Looks like Brandon is almost ready to join the show. He's in the restroom. Hopefully he washes his hands. Yeah. Yeah. I think my cousin's watching. Yeah, my cousin's watching. Z Trigger, are we thinking E3 style game blowout with a side of hardware details or super deep hardware details with just a few games? So the way I'm looking at it, I'm pretty much kind of looking at it as it's going to be very, very similar to the Switch 1 presentation that we got in 2017. And so I think there will be like a 5-minute hardware overview explanation. I don't think they're going to give us hard specs, right? There's probably going to be a website where we get some details on specs. I don't think it's going to be like, hey, this is the clock speeds, here's the teraflop numbers. Like, they're not going to say like specific details like that, but they might mention something about the chip maybe on the website when they have a spec sheet, but like, you're not going to know the clock speeds. That we're going to have to wait for a breakdown to get that info for certain. But they're going to talk about the screen. They're going to talk about the controls. They're going to get into all that stuff. But there's going to be trailers. They're going to do like different game trailers. It'll be 2 to 3.5 minutes long for several games. But that won't come until after they talk about the hardware, the like all the system stuff itself. They're going to get into that. However, my personal prediction is that they will open up the show with something to catch our attention. My theory is that it'll be a Switch 2 trailer that'll show different actors playing the system in different ways with different games on it. Very much like the Switch 1 first look trailer. Like the Switch 2 first look trailer just has like 10 seconds of Mario Kart. It's not going to be like that. Right, I think it would be very similar to Switch 1, and that way we see several games, we see several things. It's a great way to kind of whet our appetite, and then they go into explaining everything about the hardware. Maybe we see a few quick like little snippets of games, and then they start going over, okay, here's this big game, here's this big game. Oh, here's Metroid Prime 4. It's part of the Switch 2 edition lineup, right? And then they'll eventually get to third-party stuff, and then they'll have like a big teaser for the holiday title at the end, which I think is going to be 3D Mario, although I understand some people think it won't be 3D Mario, so we'll see what happens there. Let me give Brandon a call. So weird. Okay, not Brandon. I just saw something else that I just thought was just weird. I'll give him a call. He might not be ready yet, but I'll leave it there. And if he answers, then he's here, and that's it. Kieran, I think they will do a trailer for Switch 1 going over its 8 years, then going into Switch 2. Maybe they will do a little bit of a retrospective. Nintendo likes to do that. For bigger presentations like this, they might do a bit of a retrospective. That makes sense. Olivia Maxwell, I really want a 3D Mario Maker. You know, I don't expect a 3D Mario Maker like in this direct, but you know, you consider the mouse mode stuff. We're gonna have a cursor. Like another Maker game makes more sense now than ever before. And I also think that the next step in the Maker series is 3D Mario. Now, I don't think it would be like where you can make worlds like Mario Odyssey, but think like 3D Land, 3D World, where it already feels a little cookie cutter. I think something to that effect, I think, could actually be really cool. And there's still a lot you can do there, and I think the gameplay is different enough that it's not going to really in any way take away from like actual 3D Mario games. I mean, you look at Mario Wonder, right? I don't think Mario Maker 2, the fact that it exists, impacts Mario Wonder. But the thing is, when you do these Maker games, I think it puts more pressure on the Mario teams to make more unique, innovative, inspired mainline entries, which is a good thing, right? And I think they should always be doing that anyways. But yeah, I'm all for another Maker game, a 3D Mario Maker. I mean, that's kind of like what I want the most. I actually really liked Game Builder Garage. That is another Nintendo title. I don't know how many of you guys played it. It's actually only $20 on the eShop, so it's pretty cheap. It is meant to kind of teach you how to make games like a developer. So it does sort of string you along, and it is kind of nuanced and semi-sophisticated. But if you follow the instructions, you will be taught how to build a lot of these things, and you can make some fairly elaborate different styles of games, including some platformers. And so I spent a decent amount of time building, like, you know, my own little 3D platforming world, and it was very fun. So yeah, I recommend a lot of you to try out Game Builder Garage, especially if you're into things like a 3D Mario Maker. I think you would find it really fun. Sketches of Harmony. Andres, do you think it's a coincidence that Yoshi is a current Mario Kart Tour starting today? Might be a coincidence. I hope not. I will tell you that I've been a believer in Mario 40th anniversary celebration plans this year, as they do every 5 years. And I also think it's a pretty safe assumption that Yoshi is going to play a significant role in the next movie, given that they teased Yoshi at the end of the first one. And so I think Yoshi, it's important for Yoshi to be relevant this year. I mean, it's also Yoshi's 35th anniversary, given the release of Super Mario World in 1990. So Mario's 40th, Yoshi's 35th. I also think that with the next 3D Mario, that Yoshi should play a role there, right? With the movie in mind. And it's not, listen, I'm not saying they're gonna make a movie game. I'm not saying that, but there is like there's a crossover, right? It's not so much that, hey, it's the movie as a game, but like you look at like Mario Wonder, right? They came out in 2023, a few months removed from the movie. It had different Mario characters, which were also in the movie. Game had nothing to do with the movie. Movie had nothing to do with the game, but they still benefited each other sales-wise, right? View-wise. And so I think simply having Yoshi play a significant role in games this year makes sense from that perspective, a cross-promotion perspective. Yeah. So going back to your question, like I think maybe there could be something to that. It might just be a coincidence, right? But I mean, like 3D Mario, you know, it makes sense to show up here, and I think Yoshi can be a big part of that. But I'm personally only expecting a teaser, just for the record. Wilberforce Wooster, how loud will you shout if we see Legacy? I think the interesting thing is we won't know if it's Legacy or not. But I think if I see like if it's clearly still the Nintendo titles that are being discussed, and I see something that's like a massive open world RPG, I'll probably scream, "It's Project Legacy!" Yeah, I probably will. Yeah. Hopefully I don't re-split my lip as I scream. My lips are covered a decent amount, but I still have to be kind of cautious about how much I move my front lip. Darth OP on that note. What happened to your previous Intel Direct live stream from a few days ago? I can't seem to find it anywhere. I had to take it down. There were some tech difficulties, so that's why I took it down. But I don't plan on taking this one down, so yeah. I might still upload my Prime 4 reaction. Brandon, I'm gonna scream if you don't call me again on Discord. Oh, I flipped my phone upside down. I didn't see your notifications. Okay. It's a good thing I noticed your comment, Brandon. At some point, I would have been like, yo, where's Brandon? And I would have been like, yo, Brandon, where you at? Like, eventually I would have realized that you know, nothing, I haven't heard from you yet.
Yeah, I was just about to enter the call that you had before, but it ended right before I clicked on it.
Oh, my timing.
Like,
my timing was a bit off.
Yeah, but I'm here now. Good morning.
Yeah.
45 minutes, 46 minutes still?
Yeah. Everyone in the chat, how does Brandon sound?
I'm talking slightly quieter because it's in the morning, so I might be a little quiet. Hopefully, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. You are speaking a bit quietly.
My voice just, it's not warmed up. And I'm tired. Not that tired, though. I woke up about like 5:30. No. Actually, it was like 5 o'clock. I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep. I fell asleep for a little bit, like 20 minutes after that. But most of it was just laying in my bed trying to sleep.
Yeah, can you talk a little? Can you try and talk normal for a little bit, just so people can kind of get an understanding of like how you're gonna sound? Because everyone is saying that you are quiet, but is it quiet because
I would turn me up because I don't know if I'm gonna talk a lot louder than this for a bit.
All right, I pushed up your volume on Discord.
Okay.
You sound a little better.
How's that, guys? How's that?
You're audible.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Sketches of Harmony. Thanks for your thoughts. Also, are you streaming the subtitled or dubbed direct? I honestly, I didn't know that there was
a dubbed one. I guess.
I mean, I guess every direct I watch is dubbed.
It's gonna be it's the English one.
I
guess there might be a Japanese.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I'm going to watch the English one. Yeah.
For the 2017 presentation, there obviously wasn't one because that was like a live event. But I guess there is one since this is a pre-recorded thing.
Yeah.
But no, we're gonna watch the English one.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of a test though.
Test 1 2.
Well, that's a good test, but I was going to do a more fun test. I was actually going to watch the latest Predator Prime 4 trailer, and we're going to kind of just put it up on screen, and then we talk about it with the volume that we're anticipating that we'll have, right, during the show. So I'm going to put up the chat right here.
I'm drinking my coffee, trying to wake up chat.
Bro, you've been up for a while.
Yeah, but, you know.
Okay, so got that up.
I was trying to sleep during most of it, you know, so I've only been up for like an hour 15.
Alright, I'm going to pause this for a little bit. And go here. Okay. So, where's the volume at here? Let me put this. I think last time people were happy when it was around 75%. So, and I want to point out, this is not the uncompressed version of Prime 4. I'd love to show that version, but this is meant as a test for the what we're about to watch on YouTube, so I think it makes sense
I
to
mean,
watch a
even if
YouTube
you
video.
showed that version,
It's probably hard to really show all the details through
yeah,
a
it's a
YouTube
live
stream anyways.
stream. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's more compressed than a video typically.
yeah. But anyway, we'll play this and let us know how this looks and sounds. Sounds kind of loud to me, actually, but if this is like a good volume for when we're watching the direct, right? Yeah.
Test. Oh, look at the graphics. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not showing part of the trailer.
Oh, that Samus just showed up.
Oh, wow. Samus. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Look at that.
So you notice there's like, oh, Brand, you're not watching, but there's like purple like stuff coming out of the flowers.
Planet Vuros.
Do you mean the game?
Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle
So
with a colossal tree at its
Lethal
center.
Lawn saying that the game's a little loud, or the trailer's a little loud.
In order to
I mean, it is going to be the priority.
He just said little
this
loud,
planet
so
that she was unexpectedly
Oh,
transported
it's saying
to.
you're inaudible,
Samus
Brandon.
must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward.
You're gonna have to turn it down.
Yeah, Brandon, you're gonna have to talk louder. I already have Discord on 200% for your volume. Like,
Let me make sure my
She's
mic
not
is
alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
yeah, like, but in terms of my voice and the game,
It's because it should be much louder. It automatically turned it to 6%.
I can't hear what you're saying. I heard you for a second and then nothing.
As she explores the
I
planet,
should be louder now.
Samus is granted mysterious
I turned the
and
mic
ancient
up
powers,
to 100%. It was at 56.
psychic
Okay.
abilities. These
Um,
powers allow Samus to operate
you talk normal now?
mechanisms
I'm
and
talking,
open
talk
doors.
to TikTok.
They also allow
Oh,
her to
Prime
control the
4,
trajectory
wow.
of her beams
Ooh.
with the power of her mind.
The power of her mind.
Oh, mouse mode. Oh my
Why
gosh.
were these
Confirmed.
powers bestowed upon Samus?
Confirmed. All right. It seems like this set that what where we're at now is better.
Okay. And I should be a lot louder. Maybe nearly double the volume. I could still do with more volume. I don't know what you guys want me to yell. I don't know what to do, guys.
And what
Turn
will be
turn
her
me
fate
up
after
on
being sunk
in
to
OBS.
Vuros? The
Yeah.
threads intertwining
can.
beyond space and time.
No,
beginning to
I'm not gonna
weave
do that.
A new tale.
Well, turn up Discord.
It's max.
No. I'm saying is open your volume mixer and turn up Discord individually. Then only Discord will be louder, so you can get me louder that way. But I shouldn't. I'm not talking that quietly.
I think it's gonna be fine,
I'm
Brandon.
not.
I mean, I think it's gonna be fine because the thing is, like, when we're actually watching something we haven't seen before, everyone's gonna want to like pay attention to that, right? So, like,
True.
it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
So we'll be fine.
I don't want to yell because the wall directly in front of me is another room, and they're I'm probably trying to sleep, so
Yeah.
I'm not trying to yell a ton. But
Mhm.
I also want to be audible.
I got you.
I sound fine now. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. The
Yeah.
M of 52.
Yeah.
Can you explain your username, the M of 52? I don't. What's that? What is that reference to? I'm just curious. This has nothing to do with anything. I'm just curious.
I don't know how to. We'll see. All right. So we are now less than 38 minutes away from the show. Brandon, once we are 5 minutes away, actually I'm gonna say 10 because knowing me, I'll forget. Right? Once we are 10 minutes away, we're gonna switch over to just being on the screen for the direct, and I want to make sure we are
Mm.
timed exactly right. Exactly right, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you want to do that?
We both
I
just
think if
say
you,
we would just both make sure we're live at the same time. Like,
yeah,
I
but
don't,
it's always slightly
Well,
different.
so
There's the latency to the
let me
server and
explain what
all that.
happens when we go live sometimes together. I go live, right? And what happens is that for whatever reason, you know, when you can like see like the feed, right? And like there's like a live button, but if you're not live, it
Yeah.
turns gray. For whatever
Yeah.
reason, even though I'm there, it like doesn't, I'm not with the exact live time
Okay.
at first. So there's gonna be a point
I understand
where
that.
this will hit live, right? Like live, right? But it won't have started. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I want to just make sure we're both literal live time.
Yeah.
And in case there is any delays, we'll just to be ready to sync up. But
Right. Well, I'm just
this is not
saying.
that big of a deal. It's just something I want to make sure I do right before
Right.
showtime, because it's
No,
something I can
I
easily
understand.
forget, and then it starts. I'm like, oh my god, and then you're like 10 seconds ahead, or I'm 5 seconds behind, or whatever.
What I'm saying is, like, if we're both live and it's both red, that doesn't necessarily mean we're both at the same exact time, because the latency difference for live is different for every person depending on how far you are from the server you're being streamed from. So I think when the ESRB or whatever comes up, like the moment it changes from just being whatever the background for the live is when
Sure.
it's actually live, to when you notice the direct is starting, we just need to make sure that that happens the same time for both of us.
Sure, we'll be ready.
And if that doesn't, then we can, compensate and find, some splash screen or something to sync with, before the main content starts, hopefully.
Yeah. I see that Wilberforce Rooster is suggesting a very interesting idea. I'm kind of scared to try it because I haven't tried it before and I don't want to mess this up. But Wilberforce Rooster is suggesting that I change the settings to 1.5x. And so if it does fall behind, it's going faster, so it would catch up. And I imagine since it's going live, it can't possibly actually go at 1.5 speed when it's live. So that is an interesting suggestion. I'm considering it.
That might work before it's live, but if it is live and then for some reason, it becomes not live, which would have to mean that you buffered or something. When that happened, would then it start playing at 1.5 speed till you cut back up?
Yes.
And if you buffered already, are you just gonna keep buffering and then the stream's just gonna be all in a weird fast forward buffer state?
And I want to point out my internet speed right now should be like
yeah, your internet speed should be good. I feel like there's some kind of latency issue for some reason for you.
Yeah, my down right now, as we're live, right? So as we're live, I'm doing a speed test. My down is 552.3 Mbps, and my upload is 904. I don't know. I just did a Google speed test.
Oh. I would be curious if you did a speed test where they do tell you the latency, but I thought they did for the Google one.
They just tell you two things. Oh, actually, no. There is latency. It says 15 MMS.
No, that should be good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not consistent. Maybe it's fine most of the times, but there's like spikes of latency every once in a while or something, I've had the same kind of issue where my connection should be good enough, and it is good enough for like videos, but when I watch live streams on that connection, it buffers a ton.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not too. This is not that big of a deal. We were actually synced up pretty well last time as well, and I
Yeah, I
started
thought it was
off
fine.
behind, it wasn't that big of an issue.
I go off your reactions a lot of the time to see
Yeah.
if like I'm seeing the same stuff
Hey man,
at the same exact
listen,
time that you are.
Brandon, there's a skill to tagging along, right? Like,
Oh yeah. I'd
yeah,
be pausing for a second or two to like, try to get
yeah.
back in sync
And sometimes I feel rude, like, so like for example, when the Prime 4 trailer came out last time, and you were talking while the narrator was talking, I said shh, right? And I feel bad for
Yeah.
like shushing you, but also like if you're
That was
talking while the
fine.
narrator's talking, I can't hear him talking.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
actually had the volume a little bit too low on my end, so I didn't notice he was talking at first. And when you said that, I was like, oh, okay. I want to listen to what he's saying
Oh.
as well. So I was
Okay.
fine with it.
Okay, so I'll shush you again if it comes.
If it comes down to it.
Yeah. Lex 234, guys, this is a really special moment. Happy to be here with y'all. This is a very special
Thank you for
moment,
being
Lex.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you for choosing to be
I'm-
with us through this
I'm-
moment. I'm sure there's a ton of other options out there.
I am so excited. It has almost hit me.
Yeah, it doesn't feel real yet. It really doesn't.
I actually didn't have that much of an issue of going to sleep last night. Because I think
I only
my
did
normal,
mainly because my sleep schedule was all kinds of
well,
whack.
yeah. I mean, I didn't sleep that much. I slept like 4-ish hours because my cat was
Yeah.
waking me up.
Yeah, my cat also does.
Nah,
that.
she was like at 6 a.m. It's like, hey, it's a big day. Let me eat your leg. Darth OP asked me, I think that Metroid Prime 2 Remastered and Metroid Prime 3 Remastered will get the Metroid Prime 1 Remastered treatment and will be released between Metroid Prime 4 and 5 to bridge the gap. What do you think?
Okay, they said 2 and 3 would get the 1 remaster treatment in between 4 and 5.
Correct.
For Prime, right? Okay. I mean, that'd be great. I'd like to see that. It does seem like, unless they get shadow dropped in like a June presentation or something, it's kind of hard to see them coming out before Prime 4. But so maybe they are kind of saving it, doing more work on them. Also, it just went live for the
I am aware.
Direct.
That's why I went wide-eyed. But
I
at
can't see.
first it said error occurred, so I started freaking out.
It's a
I was-
4K stream. It's a 4K stream.
It's
a 4K stream.
It's
It's a 4K stream,
Let's
boys.
do
it's
it!
a 4K.
even though I'm not even using a 4K monitor. I
Me
probably
either.
actually.
But it does help with the compression so much.
Good point, Brandon. Yo! Oh!
This
Hype
is hype.
overload!
This is so hype.
Did you guys see it? Did you see? Actually, I don't. The live chat can be here
Okay,
before we go live. It's fine. Look at this, 4K baby. Yo, hey, yo, 4K haters, get wrecked. You're done. You're done.
You're done.
Eviscerated, obliterated, defeated. You are done. It's over.
DLSS.
Switch 2 goes
coming
above
through.
1080p, which I think was always like the safest
Always
assumption in
gonna
the
be
world.
case, yeah.
But we had that Insider Gaming Online article that was like, "Hey, there's dev kits that only go to 1080p." Listen, I know that they were just reporting on what they heard, but it just kind of felt like, why even report that? So
Oh, man.
this.
Now, I don't think every game is going to be 4K 60 FPS, with ray tracing.
Oh no, it's gonna be every game except for one that will be 8K 120 FPS, which will be Mario Kart 11 Teen.
Hey, technically there could be an 8K game if the console supports HDMI 2.1, which it likely does. The Tourist does run at 8K on PlayStation 5 and Series X, so maybe with DLSS, the Taurus could run at 8K on Switch 2. It could be the only Switch 2 game at 8K.
Bro, I
Or
got.
maybe 6K.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I think the Series S version's at 6K.
Yeah, I just feel like snapshotting this and posting it on Twitter Saying 4K confirmed.
4K.
4K confirmed.
Let's go.
4K confirmed.
I would assume 1440p is a more likely target for a lot of games.
Yeah, sure.
But we could definitely see some 4K. Like Mario Kart, I imagine that could be 4K 60. That wouldn't surprise me too much. It didn't seem like it's the most technically advanced, even though it does look somewhat technically advanced. It didn't seem like anything like insanely crazy. So that could be 4K 60. Smash could be 4K 60. It's 1080p 60 on you know, the Wii U and Switch. Both those games are 1080p 60. So 4K 60 for Smash could be a good target. You know, we could see some.
Bro, I could
4K
see
60
Smash.
stuff.
I could see Smash
I imagine
going
mostly
for
1440p.
4K
but
120.
I don't see that. Maybe 1080p 120 mode.
Listen, bro. Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
4K 120 would be crazy.
Smash has been at 1080 60 since
unless it's a Smash Ultimate port.
Yeah, bro.
If it's a Smash Ultimate port, you know, if it's
Dog, they were
the same
doing
level of graphics as that, then sure.
They
But
did
if they actually
1080
want to
60
push
with
the
8
console,
players.
no.
They did 1080 60 with 8 players on Switch. Like,
I just don't think they're gonna target that. I don't think enough people have the 120 FPS.
Well, all right. Listen, I'm just kind of hyping right now. I agree that 120 FPS seems like a little bit much, right? But 4K 60 Smash, oh, I 100% believe it's gonna the next Smash is gonna be 4K 60. Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I mean, I think Smash Ultimate kind of looks good as is, so yeah.
I mean, I think it looks
yeah.
pretty good, but I think things like the character models could look a lot better.
I think Lethal Lawn brings up a really good point. 120 FPS is unlikely just because a lot of people don't have 120 FPS screens. Like, yeah, it's not even a practical thing to shoot for. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I was joking. I agree. 120 FPS does not actually make sense to push for on the Switch 2. For now. I'm just okay. I'm kidding. Maybe. Nah, I am kidding.
I mean, if they support HDMI 2.1, then maybe there could be a 1080p 120 version. I could see that. Or a dynamic 1440p 120, maybe. That goes between 1080p and 1440p. If it is a 4K 60 target game, I could see something like that if they don't want it. But I kind of feel like they might do just a straight 1080p.
Right.
For consistency's sake.
Yeah. Dude, I'm ready, man. I love how just seeing the 4K thing is like just a huge thing. Like I love
It's
that.
such a relief because I was worried that there was gonna be a 1080p stream. Not that there would be
right, they could do a 1080p
1080p
stream
games,
and still have 4K
worried that
games.
they were just gonna upload 4K trailers later. Yeah. I thought maybe we would have to wait for like separate trailers to get the 4K versions and the stream might be 1080p, but nope.
Bro, I just love how we already got a fat W. I just love it. Like, we just
Yeah.
that's a fat W. The stream hasn't even
This is
started
big.
yet. This is so cool. Yeah. So, Eo and Ryan, there was that rumor of a 120 hertz LCD screen. So that's where I think the joke stems from. I think I
believe it.
Like, it just kind of thinking through like why do we need 120 frames per second? We don't really need 120 frames per second currently.
No. It is nice.
Yeah.
But you don't need it.
I mean, let's remember that Nintendo made a decision to not make an HD console at first because they didn't think enough people had HD televisions. Even though most of us had HD televisions throughout most of the Wii era.
Yeah.
So, you know, 120 hertz.
I would say that a decent amount of people nowadays have 120 hertz or higher screens, but not quite enough for it to be mainstream enough for Nintendo
My
to
PC
do
monitors
it.
are not 100 at 120 hertz. I don't think.
Mine aren't. The one I want to buy is it's a 180 hertz, I think, 1440p.
Yeah. Alma. All I hope for Andres is that games in handheld mode are going to be 60 now. That's all I want. I think that's
I mean,
doable.
the thing is, like, 60 FPS is a design target. We've had 60 FPS games since the NES, right? On Nintendo, 60 FPS games have existed. On Game Boy, right? It's all about what you design your target for, and it's not always going to be 60 FPS. Developers sometimes want to push, 30 FPS. It's a lot of time saved. You can do a lot of things, not only in graphics, but also in like physics and world size and on all kinds of different aspects that you can push the game. So not every developer is going to choose 60 FPS on any platform, even the PS5, Xbox Series X. Not every single game has a 60 FPS mode. So yeah, it's not really ever.
I do want to
guarantee
to mention there was the going back to that rumor of the 120 hertz screen. There was also the discussion of having a variable frame rate, right? Like, like what is it, VRR?
Yeah.
So like that would suggest a possibility that in handheld mode, instead of going down to 30, because you have to lower the clock speed, maybe only going down to 40, right? Which is like maybe like a nice little compromise. That I think that would be neat if they could do that. I don't see why that's if the screen if they can put in a screen that has VRR, like what I don't think that's too crazy of a thing. I was waiting for you to vehemently disagree.
If it's specifically for like handheld performance being lower, and I'm wanting to target 40 FPS, I could see that. But you couldn't have it. You would then need the docked experience to be like a stable 60 or 30 or whatever your target is, because you can't rely on everybody docking it to a display that has VRR, even though the screen has VRR. But if it's only for like handheld mode,
yeah, I see Sketches of
and
Harmony
they
and
specifically kind of
THX
design things around that,
1138.
I guess it could be useful, but I would hope that they
Yeah.
would just design for 60 FPS.
Well, I'll just want to say that both Sketches of Harmony and THX 1138 are mentioning that 120 hertz display might be good for having VRR benefits or being able to lock a 60 FPS in portable mode. Commercials at 2 a.m. mentions that a 90 hertz makes the most sense for the handheld screen.
I mean, if you're gonna use VRR display, the 90 hertz might make the most sense. That is what the Valve Steam Deck OLED. That's what I'm trying to say. The Steam Deck OLED has a 90 hertz variable, or not a variable refresh rate, but it can you can select different refresh rates for it, including 40. Scale between any frame rate between
You're cutting out a little bit.
A certain metric, but you can lock the refresh rate of the panel to 40 FPS. Yeah, I noticed you were cutting out for me too, and I don't understand why.
I don't think there's anything I've done about it. I think it's fine. I don't know. Maybe we were just freaking out. Maybe the internet. It's just like the whole internet of the world is crashing. Like I'm trying to scroll through my chat. I can't even. Like my chat is being weird.
Oh, is it on
what?
your end then? Because everything's fine for me on my end, I think. I even paused both the streams so that I wasn't. Yeah, I'm getting 300. I should be fine.
I mean, well, I will tell you that my thing crashed. We're good. I think
What crashed?
I think my Google tab crashed, but it looks like we're fine now. I can scroll my chat seamlessly now again. So
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, you sound fine. You sound fine for me now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but we're fine. So it's
That was
fine.
a weird. I don't know. Let me know if that happens again.
Yeah. Lael Argyar with a super chat. My question is, if there's a headphone jack as rumored on the Pro Controller, surely the Joy-Con grip attachment will change, no? I mean, I think there's going to be a new Joy-Con grip attachment. We actually saw a new one in the first look trailer. It's not exactly the same. It's very similar, but it's not exactly the same. I mean, it has to be different because the Joy-Cons are different. They're bigger. They have a slightly different like rounded shape. So it will be different. But I guess the question to is there going to be like a headphone jack in the Joy-Con grip?
It didn't seem like it.
But we didn't really see too many angles of it, so that's hard to say, right? Then we have not seen an audio jack in the Joy-Cons.
No. Yeah, I would have to go back and look and see if we saw enough angles to say whether or not.
Bro, I'm so certain that we have nothing on an audio jack on any of the Joy-Con stuff because we would have talked about it already.
No, I'm not saying that we could see it there. I'm just saying I would have to go back and look to see if there's enough room for like wonder.
Right, if there's anything that maybe there's like if there's an angle.
If I see that, like,
seen.
yeah,
okay,
yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's that. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree that maybe there is an angle that we don't know of, but well, yeah, I'm not sure.
But I feel like there isn't. But we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting a Pro Controller regardless, so Yeah, although I am kind of feeling the new Joy-Cons. Like I do feel like said feel a lot, but I mean the feeling that these Joy-Cons are gonna be more comfortable, more ergonomic, given their bigger shape,
right.
their more roundness that they have. Like I think that's gonna make for a bigger difference, and I might actually use them more often.
I mean, I might not get a Pro Controller day one. I might use the Joy-Cons for a bit just to try them out.
There's no way I'm not
see how they are.
Controller day one, especially if it has.
I didn't for Switch, but
actually,
it depends on what
maybe
launch,
Did I? You know what? I don't think I got a Pro Controller day one either. Now that I think about it.
I couldn't afford one. I bought 2 Switches.
No,
I was broke.
I don't need to buy 2 Switches. I'll buy.
I don't need to do that this time.
I'll buy one Switch 2 with a Pro Controller and Metro Prime 4 Beyond and Mario Kart 9 and Switch Sports Resort.
See, that's just a very expensive.
Oh, I mean, it is a lot, yes, but it's still cheaper than 2 Switches.
Was that gonna end up being like $700?
Well, it'd be cheaper than 2 Switch 2s. All right, so all right, Switch 2, let's assume $400, right? That's a prediction, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart 9, $70. I think most games are going to be $70 now, the big ones at least.
Rough. I hope not.
So,
it's
bro, look at the stream. 4K. It's $70. So that's $470. Metro Prime 4, maybe you can get for $60 if you get the Switch 1 version, and there's just like a little like digital enhancement. By the way, I'm kind of like going into like future dream mode, like full dream mode by saying Prime 4, Mario Kart, and Switch Sports Resort are all available day one. I do actually think all 3 of these titles could be coming out in the first 2 months of Switch 2. We'll see, obviously. I understand that maybe Prime 4 comes out a little bit later into the year, but I don't know. There's two camps here, and we're gonna get our answers today. But anyways, right? So $470 plus another $70. I think there's gonna be a Switch 2 version of Prime 4, which would cost $70, or I don't know. That's tough. Yeah. If there is like a literal like physical case that has Switch 2 on it because it's a Switch 2 edition, right? That right from the get-go, no updates needed. It's running better. then yeah, $70. Then I would say that, yeah, $70. So 70, that would put me at 540, right? And then
545.
what? Where do you add 5? 400 plus 70 plus 7. How do you get?
You're right.
How do you get an extra 5 there? 400 plus 140 is 540. Plus another 70 would put us at $610. Now, if you account for taxes, which is what, 7%? So 610. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's
Guys,
a
it's
lot.
early. What do you want from me?
6.1 times 7. So 42.
I was thinking because
42.70.
half of.
So 610 plus 42.70, 650.70. $650.70 would be less than $700, less than $800, which would be the price of 2 Switches, and if you count for taxes, obviously, right? So, but it would still be more expensive than. Well, actually, it would be more expensive than 2 Switch ones.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
But in counting for inflation for the day, probably not.
No,
probably about the same.
When you account for inflation, no.
We are a little over 10 minutes till. That's crazy.
It still says I'm 100% live.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah. Commercials at 2 a.m. Do we think we'll have Hall Effect Joy-Cons? I don't know if it'll be literally Hall Effect or ferrofluid or some sort. I don't know if it's what exactly it will be, but I do believe we will have an equivalent. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo doesn't want to go through all the crap they went through from all the Switch Joy-Con drift drama and lawsuits and all such manner of nonsense.
Yeah. Alias 4K option on YouTube for Nintendo Direct is crazy. Why is no one talking about it? We're talking about it.
We talked about it.
I tweeted about it. I screamed.
Instantly.
I screamed. Like, yeah. Maybe no one else outside of us is talking about it, but it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a thing we expected, but there's always like that.
It wasn't a guarantee.
Exactly. I actually find that funny sometimes. Like, so like I made a video a couple days ago, right? And I kind of talked about, hey, Nintendo confirmed that the C button, right? And people were like, hey, this is not news. I'm like, but it literally is.
Technically, it is.
It was not 100% confirmed because Nintendo did not confirm it until recently. And it's just one of those things where, like, yeah, maybe we expect it, but until we know, we don't know. So yeah,
definitely,
bro. Less than 9 minutes away.
Oh, bro, it's getting close.
It's getting very close.
We're gonna learn all about what that C button does. We're gonna learn about mouse mode. We're gonna learn. Man, I hope 3D Mario's there.
I don't believe this.
God.
Kieran says only about 200,000 currently watching the Nintendo Direct. That is far less than the Switch 1 Direct last week. I mean, I don't know.
258,000 right now for me.
They'll tune in soon. I don't know. I gotta put. I already liked it. I think I liked it days ago. I wouldn't worry. There's literally no way this is not #1 on trending. Like, the Switch 1 Direct was #1 on trending. There's no way this one isn't, unless like the announcement of the Switch 1 Direct.
I found this live stream by just going to my homepage.
Yeah, I don't think we should be worried. Spheromancer. The Direct is 5 minutes of Switch 2 hardware graphics and then 55 minutes of Doug Bowser and Bowser dancing. Yeah. Chaos Theory. Andres. Metro Prime 4 blowout trailer with the desert area and release date. What if? What if, dude?
Could be.
What if? Lex234. Lots of people tune in when it starts. Yeah, I wouldn't freak out too much. Sometimes I'm about to go live. I see there's like 7 people watching. I'm like, oh, we're cooked. And then we go live and then the numbers go up. So I think we'll be okay.
I think so.
Spheromancer, I just watched the Switch One presentation reaction on Andres' channel, and the peak was around 400,000. This one is 300,000, and it hasn't even started. Yeah, I mean that's a very interesting like point right there. Like it's gonna pick up
more.
Yeah.
Nintendo's a lot bigger than they were back in 2017. You know, before Switch launch. Coming off the Wii U, ooh, rough times.
Yeah, but by the way, like most people, like normal people
thought it was a
aren't gonna
terrible
watch
thing.
this live. First off, right? But the somewhat normal people that are not us are gonna tune in like right as it's starting, right? So we're 6.5 minutes away. Yeah, like this is
People
all
probably at work.
Yeah. It is all. Yeah, it is
It's
a
the middle of the
weekday.
week.
It is exactly like
People at school, people at work.
Yeah. Harry Myers, Andres, you've got less than 10 minutes. What's going through your head? Nothing.
Yeah, bro. Me
Nothing.
too.
I'm.
It's the calm before the storm. The storm is coming. Winter is coming. Ah.
Yeah. It hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't truly hit me yet. No. This is just like. It's
Very
just
surreal.
like. It's my norm. Like where I'm at right now. Like it's just my norm. Like just talking about Nintendo speculating. Right, like okay, I guess like logically, yeah, I recognize that less than 5.5 minutes. It looks like this is going to start. Like I understand that, and my brain's like, hey, this is a big deal. Like this, you should be excited. And I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Like yeah, this is exciting. Oh man, now we're less than 5 minutes away.
If they open with 3D
yeah.
Mario, it's gonna be instant, just boom,
Yeah,
right into it, baby.
yeah.
But I bet they'll do a kind of a slow open where they just show the console in like a kind of fancy way, and then they lead into stuff. But we'll see.
Sketches of Harmony. My bowels were overhyped. Oh boy. Oh boy.
So were mine before the stream.
Harry Myers. It's gonna hit like a truck, like an edible. That might be the case. Like I'm like, oh, I'm good. Don't worry, everything's fine.
Things are good.
And all of a sudden, we go wild. Yeah, I see it. Joshua Sharpton, you, the #1 Nintendo news source watching. Thanks for talking about this. I appreciate you, Joshua. Thank you. Thank you. Having hope, your heart is racing. We are so close. And the M52, 370,000, almost at the peak for the Switch One showcase, and we haven't started yet. We're still like 3.5 minutes away from going live, and they were almost at a 400,000 watching live now. I mean, why do you think this thing peaks?
Oh, bro. What if it peaks at 1 million? That'd be insane.
Bro, 1 million watching?
Could you imagine? It's happened before on YouTube.
Bro, we're at over 400,000 now. Over 400,000 now.
But I do think that's unlikely. But imagine. Could you imagine?
Here's the other thing. I'm going to be so busy watching the Direct, I don't think I'm ever going to like...
I'm not going to be paying attention to that.
Yeah. I'm going to have this on full screen.
The comments will have to let us know.
Yeah, like I'm not... Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm curious now, but like we are right there, everyone. We are right there. THX 1138 with a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Vacation week for Direct, Treehouse, and Nintendo Experience. If shout outs to everyone that gets to go to an experience event. I'm so happy for you and also jealous.
Yeah.
Actually, let me double check if I ever got my last minute invite to the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. I doubt it. I see like a few O's in my email, like, oh, Nintendo? No.
It's getting close. Remember to let me know as soon as you see the switch. You know.
Okay. Well, it still
So
says that
we
I'm
can
live.
make sure we're synced up.
Right. It still says that I'm
Same,
live. Like it hasn't like done some weird trick where I'm like, hey, no.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. It always does that, but I'm watching you live stream.
I'm watching you. Oh,
Richard saying we're at 500K now. Watching.
Dang.
And by we, not us. We're
Not
at
us.
170, which is great. But
Thank you guys.
thank you. Dude, it's almost hitting me. We're less than 2 minutes away. It's almost hitting me. Look at this. 528,351 people watching right now.
Sheesh.
Are we gonna hit 600K before? When there's a minute left? Dude, what if we hit 1 million before in the next minute? There's no way. There's no way in the next minute.
In the next minute? I
There's
don't
no
know,
way.
but
There's no way.
sometime, yeah, maybe.
There's no way. There's no way. Oh boy.
Oh, a minute.
Oh boy. All right, turn off the background
Assuming
music.
they're on time.
Turning off the
turn that
background
off,
music.
Turn it off.
Okay, are you still live?
Yep.
Okay, the moment something happens on screen, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It
ready.
changed. I'm at 58, 57.
Oh, 60,
56.
59, 58,
Okay.
57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52,
synced.
51,
We're
50,
exactly synced.
49,
This counter's so
48. I'm not going to
glorious.
stop. 46, 45, 44, 43.
4,
These are fast seconds.
43,
41,
42,
40,
41.
39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, I'm gonna cry, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Generation! It's starting! Ooh, RPE. This is obvious, but I mean, oh, Red Bull! Splatoon?
What is this?
This is Switch 2 stuff. Switch 2 Direct!
They're building. This is
Cutesy. Buildy. Could be a reference to the online game. Probably just.
probably just some nice.
Probably.
graphics.
Dude, look at the clouds! Bro, that had to have been a
cool,
Mario
though.
reference. That had to be.
Maybe.
There's a Direct. Game
Oh.
Mario Kart!
Mario Kart.
Million!
Here we go. Ooh, that skybox looks good.
Global Illumination.
This looks nice. This is a different time of day. I feel than the other trailer.
Hey, look at that little wink. Oh! Yo! Let's go!
Man,
Drafting. Oh!
the image quality looks very
Let's
nice.
freaking go! Look at all those like facial expressions. Yo!
Ooh, water track.
Yes! Yo, did you see the elevation, the verticality, the scope?
Yeah.
The scope!
Ooh, these
The
are big
branching
levels.
paths? What is this beauty? What is that
that
beauty?
looks
That's a
nice.
Donkey Kong track. I've lost my voice. We just got started.
good.
Oh, it's like a film Tapia thing.
Oh, whoa, you're like grinding.
Yo!
Oh, there's like
yo!
walls
Whoa!
What's going on here? It's a cow for a character.
Moo confirmed! Item
going
block!
on?
Dude, the bullet bill textures!
Ooh, yeah, that's
Whoa! Oh, burger transfer! Oh! Costume
Oh.
changes, baby!
good. Oh, I love
Yo,
this.
love it!
Much
Oh.
needed personality.
Oh!
Ooh, several
Yo.
different costumes. I like that.
Dude, Waluigi! Oh, look at that play! Oh, look at that sandworm! Oh! What are they doing to me? I'm gonna die! It's too much! It's too much! Oh, it's beautiful! Mario Kart! Whoa! Go!
Oh.
Yo!
Whoa, I wonder if the maps are interconnected.
Hello everyone.
Sorry.
I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for
That's
Nintendo
crazy.
Switch 2. I'm Takuhiro
Increase the
Dota,
volume a little
the
bit.
director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead.
We got a
for
million
Nintendo
people
Switch
watching
2.
live.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World.
Oh my gosh, there are a
launching
million people.
exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now,
Mario Kart
what do you think
World.
this brand new Mario
Exclusive.
Kart game will be like?
They said it's exclusive.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching
is a deep
exclusively
dive.
on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world.
Yeah, the tracks are
Kart
interconnected.
races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Oh, time of day
go.
and weather. I knew it was a different time of day.
Yo.
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere.
Open
in this
world,
world.
baby.
Oh, thank God.
In the classic Grand Prix,
Laka
race through
2
4
can
courses
get
to
out of
compete for
here.
first place.
Stop taking me back on the course.
But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Yes.
24
Oh,
drivers
that's
in each race,
so
the
cool.
most in series history. The competition is gearing up.
How much? I didn't hear it.
24.
Introducing
24 racers, yeah.
Knockout Tour.
Yeah.
Knockout tour.
Race non-stop from
Knockout
one
Tour.
corner of the world to another.
That's just the coolest thing ever.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way.
I didn't expect it for actual races. I thought maybe for a single player mode, but for the actual races, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm trying to hear the narrator.
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
Wow, look at her floating. Free roam.
You can
Yes.
also free drive around this vast world in free roam.
Oh my God.
This is not a Switch 1 game, folks.
This is a
By
dream
going
come true.
off-road, you can
No, they
explore
said
new
twice
areas
it's
and
exclusive.
routes.
I know, but it's just kind of like,
So drive
look at
wherever
it.
your heart takes you.
God.
Look at it.
Oh, it looks so good.
Look at
You
it.
can
All
also
that
go for
grass,
scenic
dude. I
drives
knew
with
it when we saw the. We
And
do
even take
to
photos
see
together
some
at
more
different
areas with
locations.
more stuff.
Oh man, you gotta play this online together. Free roam online.
Yes.
Yo,
Dude.
yo.
Oh my gosh.
A brand new race across the
Oh,
entire
this is so
world
cool.
starts
This is
here.
everything I wanted from Mario Kart. It's crazy.
World.
Oh, yeah, confirm.
Mario
The game
Kart
launches on
World.
the same day as
They did.
Nintendo
It's a
Switch
launch
2.
day game.
More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming
Mario Kart World Direct. Talked about
Oh,
this last
Mario
night.
Kart Direct.
Be on the lookout for more
Let's go.
information in the future.
I freaked out. I thought that was a launch title. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on a second though.
Launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
It might actually be coming out May 15th
We'll share more details in
because
the future, so we hope
Game
you're
Specific
looking
Directs
forward
usually
to
only
it.
happen like a month out.
Oh, true.
Next, we'd like to
May
introduce
15th,
some
baby.
of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
We haven't launched yet.
They said it was a launch
These
day
are
game,
the
but they haven't
Joy-Con
given us
2
the launch date yet.
controllers for
No.
Switch 2. And on the right
That'll probably be
Joy-Con
end of show
controller,
announcement, I guess.
we've added a new C button.
Let's go. Let's go. C button, baby. C button,
Yes.
baby.
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
What does it do? What did it do?
It's communicating to people. Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo!
The audio for the direct.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
you.
it is.
So quick.
Okay, it is for you as well. Okay.
Look at
That's
that.
just
Look
a
at that.
Nintendo
It's exactly what we were talking about.
Discord? Was that Discord?
It's something similar.
It is very similar layout to Discord.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo
Oh,
Switch
let's
2.
fucking go.
Hi, missed you.
With this feature,
Free roam,
you'll
baby.
be able to communicate with friends and family
This is why they showed
while
Mario
playing
Kart
a
first.
game.
Should we follow you? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also because it's the lunchtime. Like, it just bounced off that dude's
While
head.
using the game chat
He bouncy.
feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built
Yep,
into the
that's a
system.
mic.
Okay.
Do it.
You're still behind me, right?
Okay.
All right, let's keep going. Okay. So
It can pick up your speaking voice
We speak.
clearly,
We
even
speak.
from a distance.
look at this.
We
Jump on
speak has
here.
been
All right, let's keep going. Let's go.
and it uses
Let's make a
AI
left right
or
here.
something
Let's
to
make
When
clean
it's
that up.
noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow?
Oh, let's go.
Beautiful. It's open.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily
should
chat
be.
with friends and family.
One would think.
One
If
would
you
hope,
open the
yeah.
chat menu,
Screen
turn on
sharing
game
too?
screen
Bro, this is
sharing,
exactly what
Let's
we talked
go.
about.
There we go. There we go.
you
The
can
frame rate
also
is
share your game
quite
screen.
low in the screen sharing,
I don't
but
top of that dinosaur.
Really? They can do
just the fact that you can do it is crazy.
Like, you're not going to be staring at them, right? This makes the most sense.
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Like, the fact that they're sharing every screen, like, they're giving you split screen like this is insane.
Yeah,
Animal
You
Crossing!
can chat to your heart's content.
Is this just New
even while
Horizons?
playing different games.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I know that one.
Oh, you can play
Just-
different
yeah,
games.
all of those are.
Oh wow.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Sky right here.
that's cool.
Ah, I fell. I'm falling. I'm falling. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe. We're safe.
Kirby.
Wow.
Look, there's a star. That's so cute. So cute.
Guys, the frame rate's just
You
for
can
these
adjust
screens
the
being
size of Your
shared.
game screen.
Yeah,
Guys.
it's not the best, but it's usable.
But when you share there,
Curious
the frame
if
rate
you-
improved.
Another friend's
expand-
screen.
No, it's still choppy.
no, yeah,
And
it's
they're
still
they're
rough.
okay with sharing that. That's wild.
You're almost there.
It's just like the wall.
Yeah, that's a bit rough.
Little wall ride.
I'm just gonna use this to chalk to people.
So everyone can
Yeah.
watch them play.
Oh, I think I know.
Like
where
it's,
you are.
Like
I'm
it's-
glad it's there, but yeah.
It's better than not being there, but yeah, that's a little rough. I don't understand why it needs to be that low FPS.
But we don't need to screen share. But
No, but
Your pose makes.
you know, if you're gonna have a
On the
feature,
right
at least
Joy-Con
make
2
it a good
controller,
feature.
there's an additional button. With the C button,
Oh.
you can pull up a chat menu.
they show tears, by the
Actually,
way.
guys, I
Look the
got a
same.
call coming right now, so I'll be right back. Yeah.
Notice how they haven't showed Metroid yet.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
The compression
Whoa,
on those
whoa,
feeds is so
camera.
bad.
Switch to camera.
By connecting this camera to the system,
Oh.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo.
I mean, that's cool.
Hi. How's everyone doing? Good.
I probably
you can
won't
appear on
buy that,
screen and video chat
but
while playing a game.
it's cool.
Yeah. You know, it's how they're using a top USB-C port. To connect the
Hey,
camera.
at least the camera's frame rate's better than the games you're streaming.
Can you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
I feel like the resolution on that looks better than it normally does, but maybe I'm crazy.
Do they show the faces like that while playing? Or is that just for
Using
the
game
trailer?
chat. Even when you're
Huh?
apart, you can play
Your
games
face?
and hang
Yeah,
out
you
with
saw they were
camera?
showing the
Work
faces.
together
Like, do
in
they
the
show
same
that
room.
while playing
Play
in Mario
together,
Party?
or compete
Or is that
in
just...
online multiplayer
No, that was just for the
games.
trailer. They had little circles
Chat while
in the
playing your
game
personal
screen.
favorites.
Not in the screen shares part.
Decide
Oh,
your own
I'm not
rules
sure.
for a retro game competition. Or
Well,
hold a
anyway,
sports
Switch 2 has
competition
voice
between
chat, so
families.
that's good.
Yeah, that's huge. That's
All
the biggest
together,
deal.
Anytime, anywhere. Game chat.
The fact that there was clear frame delays though, and they showed it just blatantly as a second
What did
thing
you
for the
think?
direct though,
In
that is
developing
Yeah.
game
that was
chat, Our
bold.
goal was for
to
you
say
to
the
enjoy
least.
playing
Yeah,
online
I don't
with
know
others
what they
more
were thinking
closely,
with that.
including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2
I'm not
camera,
picking. I'm not gonna buy that.
which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
I won't.
A
Probably not buy
Nintendo
that
Switch
either.
Online
See?
membership will be
And
required
it's
to
so
use
required.
game chat.
And it's so required.
However,
I mean,
since
yeah,
we'd
that
like
makes
Hold on.
as
sense.
many people as possible
Hold
to
on.
experience game chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
Ah,
We hope you'll try it out.
Not a whole year.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the
Not quite,
Nintendo
no.
Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental
makes
permission
sense.
is always required when a child wants
Look
to
at
use
them
Game Chat
4K
to play with their
Bowser
friends.
textures.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with GameShare. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With GameShare, you can temporarily share compatible
like
games
DS.
with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo
It's a Switch 1
system.
game, by the way.
You can share a game with up to
Yeah.
3 other systems at a time. GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems.
That's crazy.
And you can use it with friends
Yeah,
with
this is-
Game Chat,
They're
which we
enhancing
showed
backwards
earlier.
compatibility.
That's like
GameShare
the-
can only
I mean,
be
the
used
DS
with
had-
compatible games.
They have to update
This
for,
feature
for
It's
those
planned for
titles.
several titles, starting with a free
That
update
makes
for
sense.
Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide
You
Classics
would need to
on Nintendo
update
Switch.
it to
Free update
add the
on
code for
GameShare
that.
support is
Some of them
also
were
planned
paid.
for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
That's
so we
dope.
hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next,
Yeah, download play from the DS commercials. That's what I'm talking about.
we'd
Just
like to
that.
show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Steam also has a very
Now
similar
it's a hardware overview. All right.
feature. All right, here we go.
At 7.9
oh,
inches,
so
Switch
beautiful.
2 has a bigger built-in screen.
7.9,
Here's how that
not
compares
8.
to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
High definition display, 1080p.
With approximately double the
Yep.
pixels compared to Switch,
1080p.
you can enjoy games in greater detail
Confirm.
on the 1080p
Remember when I
screen.
talked about this and no everyone doubted me like a long time ago they would do 1080p? Oh! Take that, Brandon!
The screen supports
That's
up to
crazy.
120 frames per
Take
second,
that, baby!
allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
I mean, I'm super happy. That's crazy, though. Is this
Vivid
gonna be a
LCD
$500
HDR
console?
support.
The LCD screen is more
Nintendo.
vivid and supports HDR,
Nintendo.
providing more contrast
HDR.
between light and
I
dark
love
areas.
it.
of
This
the
rumor is
Nintendo.
totally true.
The all-new Joy-Con
I-
2 controllers
I'm
can
very happy that I was wrong.
Strong magnets
That's
keep the
insane.
controllers firmly attached to the system.
Firmly.
Detach your controller easily by pressing
Like
the
how
release
they're
button on the back.
emphasizing that's hard to take off. Bigger SLSR buttons. This is so
Yep.
clutch.
The SL
we knew,
and
but
SR
yep.
buttons are bigger
Way
for
bigger,
greater
yeah.
comfort
Let's talk about
and
mouse mode
control
soon.
when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held
Or
horizontally.
maybe they won't yet. Maybe they'll wait for another game.
Man,
The left and right sticks
120
are now
hertz.
larger.
that's
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Each
Not showing
Joy-Con
a
2
game.
controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games.
What are you gonna do to
Both the left
What are you
and
doing?
right Joy-Con 2
What are you doing?
support mouse controls.
Oh, they didn't showcase the game using it. The
By adjusting
technology
the
yet.
They
audio
will.
balance between
I know,
the
but
ranges,
not yet.
sounds from the built-in speakers
Yeah.
are clearer and more natural in handheld and
Clearer,
tabletop modes.
More natural.
nice.
Clearer and
It
more
has a
natural.
built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends.
God, this is gonna be the
anytime
greatest
in-game.
device of all time.
It
All
also uses
time.
noise-canceling technology
Holy
to
crap!
filter
I'm gonna have to
sounds, so
actually
your voice
upgrade my
will come
display
through
to,
clearly.
to keep up with
3D
this
audio
system.
gives a
That's
sense
crazy.
of space.
Even if you don't have a surround
Uh-oh,
sound system,
Uh-oh.
games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound.
This is like Tempest
as if it were
audio
coming
from Sony.
all around you.
Okay.
This is cool.
Oh, that was a horse.
It's actually kind of insane how
Place
similar
your
this is to
Nintendo
like a
Switch 2
Sony
however you
presentation
like,
with how
with a
much they're talking
large,
about like
sturdy stand.
features like
You can move it
3D
freely,
audio
like
and
this.
120
They have to
hertz of
emphasize why it's
HDR.
better. They have to.
It's
In
just
addition
very
to the
un-Nintendo, and I'm
USB-C
so
port mounted
happy
on the
that they're
bottom of the
doing this.
system,
I mean,
there's
this stuff
one
I
on top as
predicted.
well.
They haven't mentioned clock speeds or anything like that.
It's handy for connecting a
No.
USB-C camera.
Notice how they haven't talked about dock mode yet.
But they did talk
Or
about
charging in
resolutions
tabletop
and frame rates and HDR and things they typically don't speak on.
But that's stuff I thought they had to because of the screen. Uh-oh.
Nintendo
I know,
Switch
it's
2
just-
comes with
256?
256 gigabytes of
Not
internal
bad.
storage,
Okay.
That-
8
that's
times
that's-
that of Nintendo Switch, for storing your game downloads, save
That's
data,
just
and
enough,
more.
to be honest. That's
Reading and
just
writing
enough.
data is also faster.
There, here we
512
go.
would have been nice, but
Hey!
4K support.
Use the
Of course.
Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable
Such
up
a round
to
boy.
4K resolution for
Ethernet
compatible
port
games.
was there.
HDR is also
makes sense.
supported in TV mode.
Good. Very good.
Of course. And you can select 1440p
Oh,
output. Perfect.
yo, they're
Let's go.
talking about it.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your
Yes!
system
We knew it!
This helps keep
And people
performance
doubted
stable.
that.
Let's go.
That means dock mode goes way harder.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, hold on.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
It's the same thing they said before.
Yeah, they haven't mentioned Switch 2 editions yet.
No.
Yet.
It's because they haven't talked about Prime 4 yet.
Oh god. Oh god.
As you just saw,
This is
Oh god.
Nintendo
the greatest
Switch
direct
2
ever.
isn't
This is
simply
the-
an
just-
improved Nintendo Switch.
This is just a wish list
We
stream.
redesigned
What
the
is
system
going
from the
on?
ground up
I'm just saying
and
that
packed in
everything we
lots
talk
of
about is
new
correct.
gameplay features. And
Well,
to help
the
players
things
better
that-
This is like everything I
understand the
thought
Switch's
and the things I
hardware,
thought
we're
were like
currently
impossible.
I'm trying to hear the
this
narrator.
game. Mr. Kawamoto.
Hello.
Is this the NSO game?
My current location is
Mo-
actually inside the game itself.
Could be.
Oh, it's something else.
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo
Yes!
Switch 2.
Oh, this is a PlayStation game.
Does it come with the game
standing
or the
over here.
console?
Looks like it.
Okay, everyone,
It
join
looks
me
like that
inside
type
the
of game.
Yeah,
Like
it does.
like an Astro Bot demo kind of.
Yeah, it does.
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them.
Oh, I really was hoping they would do this. This is
This
great.
sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the
Yeah.
system with magnets. And those
Oh my
magnets
gosh, this
are
stream
inside
is
the
just
system.
banger after banger.
The SL and SR buttons on
They're
the Joy-Con
using-
2 are made of metal,
I mean, is this even
so that's how they
a
attach
game?
to the system.
Or is this just a really cool way to
A
show
magnetic
things
circuit is
off?
formed between them, so they won't easily detach.
It might be both. But
I
this
don't know.
part seems like it's not an actual game.
Through examining signs like these, you can discover
Well,
all
it
sorts
is
of
a game.
secrets about Nintendo Switch
There's
2.
quizzes and
Yeah,
things.
it is a game.
Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls.
Yeah, it is-
And when
it is a
combined
game.
with the
I understand.
Oh, look.
gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
Oh, look.
You can adjust the
Yeah,
position
see,
of
there's
the
like
golf
little
club
mini
and
games
aim
and
for the
stuff.
cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2.
This is a launch title. It might be a
I
bad
hope
game.
Combining the
just
mouse
comes with the
controls and
system.
gyroscopes, things like this are possible.
This is
There
all
are
mouse
secrets
mode
to
stuff.
discover, even
I
as you're
really
playing
want this to
mini-games
just
and
come
tech
with the
demos.
system.
Ooh,
This
physics
is the
demo.
perfect built-in game.
Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until
HD
they're
Rumble
HD
2
Rumble
is in your
2.
There are
hands.
plenty.
So better
What's
HD
HD
Rumble.
Rumble 2?
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
It's a digital-only
so please
paid
check
game.
it out if you're interested.
I don't know if I am. I thought I
Now,
should
just
back
be
in.
packed.
I'd like
in.
to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
This is the game card for
Okay.
Nintendo Switch 2
Is it
titles.
red? Oh,
It's
it is
the
red.
same shape as
It is
Nintendo
red.
Switch
Oh,
game cards.
that's my favorite color.
But it's now red, and it has much faster data reading speeds.
Ooh, tell me more.
Makes
Next
sense.
up is additional storage.
Micro SD Express,
Switch 2
let's go.
Only work
Yes.
with micro SD Express cards.
Only, I think they said.
They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed
I would have thought
data
maybe
transfer
for Switch
possible.
1 games you could still use your normal micro SD.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible. Additionally, to transfer data from Switch
I mean, that makes
to
sense for Switch 2 games.
you can log into your
Slam it.
Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and
Yeah.
more.
That paid. Oh,
We're
oh,
also
my
releasing a
precious.
new Pro Controller.
My precious.
It has a C button, which
Oh.
launches Game Chat, and on the back there are new GL and
Yes!
GR buttons, which you can use
The
to
rumors were
assign
true.
existing button controls.
Oh,
That's
In
dope.
addition, an audio jack.
And
is
audio
added.
jack.
We've introduced a few new features, and after
OP.
today's presentation,
OP.
the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the
This-
website,
this
where the
direct
three of
is
us will talk about
the
the
goat.
development of Nintendo
The goat
Switch
direct.
2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches
June
on June
5th.
June 5th.
A little bit later.
We're very much
Early
looking forward to
June.
the day when you
Still
fair,
very
that's fair.
close.
So
Fair.
please wait just a bit longer.
Still before the Keeleys, right?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type
Oh god,
is
here we go.
Nintendo Switch 2
Here we go.
games.
This is it.
These games take advantage
They're
of
gonna
the
talk about
performance
Switch 2
and
edition
features of
games.
Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Here he is.
Nintendo Switch 2
There we
edition
go.
games are the third type.
Here it is.
Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Is that DLC?
Please take a look.
It looks like it.
Like it has a Jamboree TV?
Yeah.
This game always made sense to have a Switch 2
Super Mario
version.
Party Jamboree is
Yeah.
getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2.
It was very popular.
The upgrade expands on the base game
It's
and
got an
adds
expansion.
new features, including
Oh, this gives me
mouse
so much
controls,
optimism for Prime 4.
Oh, yes.
audio recognition, more expressive
looks good.
rumble,
Wow.
and gameplay that uses
probably
a
at
camera
4K.
accessory. All of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
Great.
Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces.
I knew
as
that
you
this game
play,
looked
so
better
you
than when
can
they showed it
experience
earlier.
all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online.
Looks the same to me.
Up next, it's Bowser Live.
Like, it looks good.
A mode where
It just,
the
I think the
legendary team
resolution's
wins.
higher,
Bowser
but I
will
can't
bring you
tell
on
over the
stage
stream.
2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hit blocks to collect the most coins.
I just feel like,
Guide
was
an
this
RC car with your
really the
voice.
first thing they should show?
And
for this?
compete in other mini-games
I mean,
with
this is
full
an
body
extremely
movement
popular
and
game, to be
sound.
fair.
I get it, but like,
Finally,
you know what I mean? Like, they
take
showed
And they do
Mario
have
Kart and
DLC
Mario
for
Party.
it.
roller coaster.
You know what I
With
mean?
The safety bar lowered and secured.
That's fair. Yeah, maybe
Like,
a
I
little
just-
too much
like-
Mario, but
Use mouse
Oh, that looks
controls to
fun.
shoot down
looks
enemies while
fun.
you feel the bumps
Okay,
and
that
rumbles
looks
of the
fun.
coaster.
Alright. You know, they heard me talking
When
some
you enter a
trash.
pipe, a
They're
mini-game
like,
will
alright.
begin.
Ooh. Oh,
There's
that
a
looks like a
bouldering
natural
game where
platform.
2 players each control an arm. And one where you shake
be
a
a fun
can of
mode.
spray paint and quickly tag objects.
That looks fun.
Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you
Intuitive.
reach the station? From mini-games
I
that
don't
use
think
a
the game's
camera,
using DLSS,
the
by the
built-in
way.
microphone,
There's a
mouse
decent amount of
controls,
aliasing, but I
and
don't.
rumble.
I
The
do
biggest
think it's
party
running
yet
at like
is getting
4K,
even
just
bigger.
without good
Super
anti-aliasing.
Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV, launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th.
Launches.
Nintendo
It's being
Switch 2
treated as
players
its
who
own
already
release.
own Super Mario Party Jamboree can
And you
upgrade
can just
to
buy
Nintendo
the
Switch 2
game add-on
Edition
upgrade.
plus Jamboree
Let's
TV
go.
by purchasing an upgrade pack.
I knew it. I knew you could just buy upgrade packs.
Please look forward
Or some
to
kind
a
of
new
upgrade
Mario
fee,
Party
you know?
This is an
upgrades,
expansion,
where you can see
right?
each
It's
other's
not just like
reactions
a,
while
hey,
playing.
we improved the resolution.
Let's continue
True.
presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2
I don't think
edition
every
games.
game,
Okay,
every
more.
Switch Edition game would be like that.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Breath of the Wild, there we go.
What does this mean? What does this
Nintendo
mean?
Switch
And
2
Tears of the
editions
Kingdom.
What-
Legend
Of course
Zelda
there was going to be
Breath
Tears
of
of
the
the
listen,
Kingdom
let me
and Legend
listen.
of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates,
Looks the same.
60 FPS.
and also
HDR.
support HDR, which makes
Okay.
the image more vibrant,
Okay.
so you can play with smoother, higher definition
Sure.
graphics.
But Zelda notes.
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule
Did
using
not show a
Zelda
lot there.
Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo
Oh,
Switch
man.
app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of
No,
these
so there's no
titles.
new content.
For example, it can help guide you to various
I have
locations,
not been
like
expecting
shrines
new
and
content.
Koroks you haven't
I
found
know,
yet.
but
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
I mean, okay, this is kind of neat. I'm never gonna use it because I don't need it, but
Or
it's neat.
you can share your creations using QR
Oh,
codes
this was
and
needed
send them to another player to
launch.
create in their game.
Being able to share.
This is cool, actually.
They should have had this at launch.
Yes, this is actually huge.
Just
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
it looks a somewhat noticeably better.
I mean, the frame.
Yo,
Yes.
In
expansion!
Kirby and the Forgotten Land,
Yo,
New
that looks so
content.
good.
additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates.
They're adding new content. Like Nintendo
It
knows.
looks really good.
This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
This is where all the DLC has been going. They've been saving it for Switch 2.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure.
Yes! Yes! Yeah!
Yes!
Ah!
Oh, let's go.
All right, let me listen. Let me listen. Let me listen. Yes! Mouse
In addition
mode!
to standard controls, you can use
Oh,
mouse
yeah.
controls
Good now.
for
The resolution
improved
looks so much
gameplay on
higher.
Switch 2.
Ray trace.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at
4K 60 FPS
or
with
Performance
HDR.
mode.
smoother action in
And a
480p
1080p 120
at
FPS. Yes, let's go.
Use
Choose from
handheld
these
mode,
two
by the way.
modes, both of which support
This is
HDR,
handheld
based on your preference and playstyle.
Oh man.
Plus,
They just.
It was
Pokemon
broken down to
Legends
handheld mode
ZA,
and docked.
which is scheduled
okay.
to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but
That
a
looks
Nintendo
so
Switch 2
much
edition as
clearer.
well.
Oh my gosh. And it's 60
By
FPS, I
taking
think,
advantage
right?
of the power of Switch 2,
Of course.
you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw.
Oh,
will be
it's
available
nice
for
being
physical
correct.
and digital versions.
Prime 4 is not a launch title though.
No.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2
Yep,
edition by
upgrade
purchasing an
packs.
upgrade
Wait, hold
pack.
on though. Hold on though.
We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls
Oh.
with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
They
Star
just,
Fox? Star
they
Fox?
just don't miss.
Star
Please
Fox?
take a look.
Star Fox? Star
Huh.
Fox? Star Fox?
I would imagine maybe something casual to show off the
It's not
controls.
Star Fox.
I'm thinking maybe like a 1-2 switch type game. Okay.
This
Yeah.
is legs. You had arms, now you got legs. Basket wheel ball. I do feel like the audio's off. Drag drive.
Yeah. I don't understand why the live stream is kind of weird with the audio. There's a surprising amount of aliasing in this game.
That's cool.
I'm curious why the image quality on games hasn't
This
been
doesn't
as
feel
good as
like
I
a
would
full
like.
game so far. This looks like a simple thing. Like, visually it looks kind of good, but that's just because we're used to crappy Switch visuals.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Right.
There's
But
nothing,
I guess
you know,
what I'm trying to
pushing the
say is
Switch
that, like,
2.
you might think this is, like, an impressive thing for Switch, but, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I think this is, like, a small title. You know, like, it doesn't seem too major
for
yet.
sure.
Like, if that's a $70 game, like, I doubt it.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking
That
forward
is
to a new
cool.
twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Wow. Elden Ring.
I have long observed
Let's go.
between.
I already beat everything in this game, so I'm like, alright. This is super hyped, though.
Yeah.
Looks fine. Looks like Elden Ring.
Looks good.
Looks like
Yeah.
Elden Ring.
That guide you through your burden.
I feel like it only looks a little worse.
I feel like the
Frame rate is maybe
frame
like,
rate's kind of rough.
yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it looks basically like the other versions for the most part.
Elden Ring 20 FPS edition. Oh, tarnished edition.
2025.
I'm actually curious on what's so tarnished about it.
Maybe it just comes with the DLC.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the
Unsurprising.
Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld.
So there's only been
ends of
one
the
new
earth,
Nintendo title
getting
they've
to know
talked
dozens of characters.
Well,
from
I bet this
previous
game will have
story that
120
reacts
FPS
to
mode.
every setback.
I mean, technically,
Yeah,
there's actually
Kind of game you can
3.
quickly pick up and
Drag
play
Drive,
whether
whatever
you're
that
experienced with
weird
the original or not.
digital thing is,
Look for
and
more
that
about
I'm not going
Hades
to
2
buy,
Yeah.
and Mario
later
Kart.
this year.
And I kind of wish they spent more time on Prime 4, but
我々がお届けす
that's
る
what
タ
I
イトルは
wanted.
Yeah.
ストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モー
Exclusive
ドもあり
modes
ま
to
す。
Switch too.
ソフトは通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 Fighters Edition の2バージョンを、さらにゲームと連動するアミーボとアミーボカードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
What?
Initiating arsenal boot
What?
sequence.
Legs?
Weapon safety mechanism
Arms?
confirmed. All operating at normal levels.
Damn it, Ex Machina
Testing
2.
data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
Maybe?
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted,
This looks
we must
awesome.
finally be liberated from humans.
Oh, this is
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment,
That's
and
money.
money.
That's how it's called.
I'm for sale.
This is a
and
new
you're
thing,
buying.
right?
Rebels!
I have never seen
sure
this.
what this is.
warm welcome!
This
No, I've not seen
planet
this either.
will be ours.
The sovereign axiom,
It looks awesome.
the Trinitas,
Yeah, this looks cool.
has almost completed a
I
weapon that was
think I'd
created
buy this.
to destroy all humanity.
This looks really cool.
Because we're in the middle of a war.
Bro,
Don't you
this
get
is
it?
Who makes
I
this?
won't just stop you.
There was a developer talking. It wasn't. Oh, it is Damon Ex Machina,
Yeah, they make Machina.
but the
I
art
knew it.
style is way cooler now.
Yeah, it looks
September-
so much better
September.
than the first
Uh
one.
oh.
Hey, this is
Uh-oh.
Joseph Forrest from Hazelight.
Yeah, Split Fiction.
I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo
course,
Switch.
makes
I feel
sense.
like again, it looks
The
noticeably
game is a
worse.
story about friendship. You play as Mio, who
I mean,
rides
I'm
sci-fi,
not too
and
familiar with
Zoe,
the
who
other
rides
version,
fantasy.
but it looks pretty good to me.
Together, they get trapped in their own stories,
okay.
and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free.
It's fine.
Now, let me tell you this: if you
looks
like
good.
It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one. Trust me. And of course, you'll
have
be
to see it
able
side by
play
side, I
Split
guess.
Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce the EA Sports
even gonna
FC
show
will
actual
be coming
gameplay
to
or what?
Nintendo Switch 2.
This kind of
Madden
feels like a
NFL
normal
will
direct,
also be arriving on the Nintendo
but just a big
platform.
one.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
If that makes any sense.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from
I mean,
Avalanche
that's
Software.
what I was expecting.
We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy
Hey, I was just
to
playing
Nintendo
this on
Switch
PS5 the other day.
With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll
Maybe
be
I'll finally
immersed in the
play it.
Wizarding World like never before. And the new mouse controls on
Looks
Switch
good.
2
Ooh,
give you
mouse
even more
controls.
ways to experience the adventure. Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day.
It definitely
as
doesn't
Switch
look as
2.
good as the
What's
PS5
launch title?
version, but it looks
Launch
close
title.
enough, to be honest. Launch title, okay. Alright, this
looks good.
I'm hyped for this. I still need to
Yeah.
play 1 and 2 remake though. I've been meaning to for like so long. I just haven't done. I love the originals back on N64. I didn't play 3 or 4. I think that was on later consoles. Looks good. See, like, honestly, it looks like this could definitely be like the Series S version of a game. Like this. This looks like
is what we would expect.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Christian
Looks
Elverdam
good.
from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship
Ah,
title,
Hitman.
Hitman World of Assassination,
Signature
to Nintendo Switch 2.
The frame rate's a little.
Ooh,
As
that
the
looks
best assassin
pretty
in the
awesome.
trade, Agent
It
47
does
does
look good.
everything he can to accomplish his mission.
Why so much
frame
aim?
rate.
And how each
Yeah.
mission progresses will vary depending
Yeah, the
on
frame
the
rate's a
player's
little rough,
imagination.
I mean, these are games.
Our
progress,
ever-expanding
so we'll have
game
to see
will
how
Yeah, it
release
doesn't
on the same
necessarily
day
mean how the
as
final
Switch
version
2.
will be.
Yeah.
Plus, we are excited
they
to
really
bring
botched
another
the
familiar
audio for
agent
this
to the
direct.
platform.
Yeah, it's not synced.
It could be a YouTube thing.
I've never had this
Like,
issue.
I have a hard time believing watching the direct afterwards, like the VOD, that it's gonna still be delayed. You know?
Maybe, but the fact that it's the same for both of us is what worries me.
Bro, yeah, no, this is not an our end issue. This is a yeah.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy.
Also, this is
coming to Nintendo
dope
Switch
that it's
two.
no
coming to
footage?
Switch.
Stay tuned.
This game has not been shown, period. So it makes sense.
So what's
The
this?
story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn.
Bravely Default? Bravely Default remake?
Default returns, remastered in high definition.
Nope. Very
Wow.
simple remaster.
Wow.
Featuring the brave and default
So
commands.
impressive.
Very, very simple remaster.
Turn-based battles.
Next gen.
Change and customize jobs to build out your
Oh, I
very
really
own
don't
body.
think you should do 3DS remasters
Enjoy
like
your
this. It
adventure
doesn't look
with
good.
upgraded
I mean, I'm
features
I'm
and
fine with it.
enhancements.
I just don't
And all
think
new
it's a great
minigames
thing to have in
with
the
unique
Direct.
ways to play.
But
I just don't think 3DS games
Presents
hold
the
up very
classic
well in
fantasy
HD.
RPG, Bravely Default Flying
Launch
Fury
title?
HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a
that's
warrior
why.
of light once
Launch
more.
title, okay.
That's why it's
Cool.
here.
セガ
Because
龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽
Yakuza
街
Zero
を
is
舞台に土地を巡
interesting.
る争奪戦が勃
Makes
発。
sense. This one's very popular.
伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo.
Partner
Please
project.
take a look.
Star Fox. No, it's a Warriors game.
We pick now.
No. It's Zelda Warriors.
Here's the Kingdom Warriors.
Yeah.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens,
Tears of the Kingdom Warriors.
joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous
Abra will be
kingdom.
happy.
Yeah.
But in time, a terrible evil arose.
Imprisoning
A
war.
war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Yep. I should be like excited about this, but it looks pretty awesome actually. Whoa. Okay. Oh wait. All right. I'm getting excited now.
Ooh. This looks like it's gonna have a lot more story.
Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Okay.
Oh, this is Zelda's story in the
Yeah, it's
okay, so it
imprisoning
expands
war.
on everything.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Whoa.
Ah, that's dope.
Get it. It's a badass sword.
The frame rate's not like dying anytime anything happens. It's so good to see.
Power Warriors Imprisoning War. Age of Imprisonment.
Age of Imprisonment.
It's like a secret
Hell
Age
yeah.
of Calamity.
Makes sense.
Another Warriors game coming this winter. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. It's kind of a big deal.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo.
That's the Zelda release this year.
We hope you're looking forward
It's
to
better
the
than
untold story
nothing,
of the Imprisoning
right?
War,
Like,
Yeah.
which took place in
you know.
Hyrule.
I mean, we are getting
long
the Breath of
ago.
the Wild and Tears of the
right.
Kingdom
Like, no,
remasters.
it's good. It's good.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online.
Uh-oh.
You can continue
Uh-oh.
to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2.
GameCube.
Please take a look at this.
GameCube. GameCube.
Let's
Yes!
Nintendo
Let's
Switch
go.
Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive
Bang,
to
bang,
Nintendo
bang.
Hell yeah.
Switch 2.
I didn't expect them to
Nintendo
talk about
Prediction
this.
Switch 2
correcto.
Originally released in 2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch.
Wind
A Legend of
Waker.
Zelda game that looks like a cartoon
yeah.
come to life through cell shading.
Hey,
Controlling
here's
the
Wind
wind
Waker.
using a mysterious baton.
Finally,
Link sets
Wind
sail on an
Waker.
adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda.
Does it look different?
The Wind Waker.
Yeah!
Sending history
Yes!
to the
There you go.
Tale
Soul
of
Calibur
Soul
2.
Calibur 2!
In this
With
3D,
Link.
weapons-based
Where's
fighting
Link? I
game,
mean, it has to be
each
Link
fighter
Adams,
comes
isn't it?
equipped with
And I'm
a
sure
different
he's in
weapon.
there. There he
And
is.
Link from
There
the
he
Legend
is.
of Zelda series
Let's
enters the
freaking
fray.
fucking go! Oh
Soul
my
Calibur
god!
2.
Hell
yeah!
F-Zero!
Racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines.
This is the best announcement of the
death-defying races.
outside of Mario Kart.
Featuring the series first, machine customization and
Let's
story mode.
go!
Get ready to experience
I have to play F-Zero.
Bro, I was telling people, yo, we've been missing
In games that
F-Zero,
support
Prime
multiplayer,
2, Wind
up to
Waker,
4
Twilight
can play together
Princess.
locally
They're saving them for
or
GameCube
online.
NSO.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
Clearer quality, higher resolution.
You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
Well, that's good.
Oh, finally.
Wait.
More titles
Oh,
will be added in the future.
No Metroid. Oh, no Metroid though. Where? No Metroid. Whoa.
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game
Same day as
library
Switch
coming
2,
to
okay.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack launches the same day as the
Day
hardware's
one.
release. And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly
Yeah, definitely have to get
and
that.
also has a C button
Also
to
has a
quickly
C
access
button.
Oh!
game chat.
And a Zeal button.
The
So really
Nintendo
I mean, that makes
GameCube
sense because you're
controller,
gonna be playing these games
exclusively
online.
available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
I might buy that.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before,
It looks good, dude.
we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo
Soul
GameCube
Calibur 2 and F-Zero Day
Nintendo
1 is
Classics.
clutch.
Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Barely any first-party announcements though.
Yeah. Danganronpa?
Deltarune.
Deltarune. Okay.
Next gen. 4K. This is good. It's just, you know, it's like what I like. The point is not to be like, hey, this is everything here is like impossible, you know, on Switch 1. No. Launch title, though. That's cool.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4,
Borderlands 4.
our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back.
Looks good.
Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with
That
wild
looks
enemies and
basically like
outrageous
the
weapons.
versions that I've seen, as
We're
far as I
still in
remember.
development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game
Texture
we've
filtering
ever
could be
made.
better, but
Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's
that
more
audio.
from 2K on the way.
yeah.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch
Okay.
2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization
Switch 2
7.
edition.
In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of
Cute.
history.
Oh, mouse controls.
With the new mouse controls,
Oh.
That
players
makes
can enjoy
perfect
a more
sense.
intuitive gameplay experience.
This is perfect
Civ
for this
7
type of game.
launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version,
This game is
you can
basically
experience mouse controls
built
on
for
Switch
keyboard
2
and mouse.
by purchasing the upgrade. And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
Okay.
4 kids find this old tattered man. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees.
What is this?
I don't know.
Awesome! You nailed it!
What happened?
Hook, line, and sinker.
Did it freeze on you? Is it just me?
Amazing,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it did.
Okay, so this is for
Really
both
have
of us.
started to master
Yeah,
the
yeah.
survival
I
thing.
think the
Next stop,
Nintendo messed something up.
Ha! Nicely done.
Okay.
Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail.
Let's check the comments.
This time for home.
It says it's just for everyone.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from
Seems to be. Yeah.
What the hell?
What the heck, Nintendo? You were on such a good streak.
What the hell?
Nintendo.
This is like this for everyone.
Nintendo. And they have chat disabled on their stream, so I bet they don't even realize.
Can I refresh?
You can expect some fan favorite
I
elements.
bet if you did, it wouldn't change anything. It's for
We're still
everybody.
working on the game.
Yeah.
We're excited to share more with you in the future.
I'll refresh just to see, but. Nope, still broken.
This is so you refresh it. It's the same issue.
Oh, it fixed. Oh, nope. It's going backwards.
Oh, okay.
The audio's still.
I'm just gonna
now
let
the
it,
audio's really off.
Oh my god.
Nintendo, what have you done?
Should I? What do I do?
We can't do anything.
Apparently the European version is fine.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. You can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters
so the UK version's
engaging
fine.
stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition
Oh,
comes to
Cyberpunk.
Nintendo Switch 2
Let's
on
go.
launch day.
Launch day. Okay.
こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
Yeah, that's. I can't believe they botched.
ファイナルファンタジー
Nah,
7
that's
リメイク
crazy.
インターグレードを発売いたします。
Final Fantasy 7.
本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください。
It's awesome. It's coming.
It looks great.
That direct had 1.4 million people watching, and then it crashed.
Wait, they
Silk
talked
Song,
about Silk Song?
Silk Song
Or
trailer.
the- No, wait,
It
no,
just,
yeah.
It was just there.
2025.
Just the fact that it was there is like incredible.
Yeah, that's huge.
Wow.
Wild Hearts.
Wow.
I don't think anybody liked that game.
It's kind of cool though.
It did look cool. I don't know why people didn't like it, but I heard really bad things about it. I don't remember why.
I'm wait. Are they gonna disclose like one more game? I mean, it's still 10 minutes. They could still have a couple like big things.
And also, the last direct went on like 8 minutes past.
Yeah,
like
they
the
could
30 minute
they
mark
could
or
still
whatever.
have like 3 big announcements.
It does. It's not like once it hits an hour, it just shuts off.
So we got Elden Ring, Final Fantasy, Cyberpunk.
Oh, Shinin! Fast Fusion. Oh, this
Fast
is a new Shinin.
Fusion, bro.
That looks good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
It's the new like Fast RMX.
Oh, a
type.
Switch 2 edition for Shadow Labyrinth.
Oh. That's a cool game. Of course, Fortnite.
For a second, I thought that was Ratchet and Clank.
We have yet to see any evidence of ray tracing in any games. And I did not see any in Fortnite there either. I did not know this game was even coming out. That's cool. Alright. Yep. That was good third party.
It's okay.
Real there.
ここまでたくさんのタイトルをご紹介してきましたが
Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy 7. I think they did
Last
really
from our
well.
publishing and developing
ご覧ください
partners. So they'll move on to first party stuff now, hopefully. Do you know what this is yet?
What is Resident Evil?
He looks a little bit like Leon.
Devil May Cry?
Fingers.
This is gameplay. This looks really good.
Looks okay. Those are definitely fingers.
My blood.
Kind of dark. I like dark.
I give you my life.
Human contact is nice.
Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight,
Oh.
to humanity's very dusk.
Is this a Ubisoft game?
From Software. Oh. Oh.
I'm in utter shock.
Is this an exclusive
From Software game for Switch 2? Are you freaking serious?
That what?
Oh!
This looks kind of like Bloodborne.
Yeah, right?
Is this Blood? There's no way it's Bloodborne
No.
2. There's no way.
What? No, I think it's just a FromSoft game. They're all dark like this.
It looks good. It looks good.
I don't know.
Oh,
that's different.
And it looks like it's gonna be big, like Elden Ring kind of open.
I mean, he's flying around the map.
That's so cool.
Switchborne. That's a good point, Gerard.
Oh.
It is open. It's an
This
open
is
world
awesome.
vampire from Software game.
This looks
for Switch 2
insanely good.
exclusive? Dude! This might be the
is-
biggest, best
What?
third-party
What?
announcement of all freaking time. Like, I don't know. Is this something I've never...
Contemplate now the moon, as befits soon to depart.
I'm in shock.
I pray that you are able
This looks insanely good.
of blood.
Man, people are saying,
Yo.
"Oh, Switch 2's gonna be weak. Oh, it's not gonna be able to run good-looking
Dude,
games."
yeah, this might save the Direct.
Save the Direct.
Yo,
but I
you're
don't
trying
think
to do it.
Direct needs
What
saving.
is that?
This looks good.
The moon tears will flow for one.
My mind is blown. Hey, I've talked about Nintendo and From Software making a game together, but I didn't think they would just do like a totally new thing.
The Dusk Bloods.
The Dusk Blood Switch 2.
A new From Software IP on Switch 2.
What was the release timing? Like, they're gonna talk about it, right? Oh, there's more.
What's going on? But damn.
It's a rat bird. Oh, that cool earring.
2026.
Okay. That
Available only on Switch 2.
Okay, that's crazy.
ご覧いただいたのは
That is freaking
フロムソフトウェア
crazy.
さんが手掛ける
That's insane!
新作タイトルです。どのようなゲームなのかについてはディレクターの宮崎さんが語るクリエイターズボイスを公開しますので、ぜひご覧ください。
That is insane.
ソフトメーカーさんのタイトルの紹介は
That
以
is
上です 。
insane. I'm as sad as
ご出演いた
2026,
だいた
but
開
that's
発者の
still
皆様
insane.
また今回の発
Yeah,
表
that's
に
crazy.
I mean,
映像を
Elden
い
Ring's
ただい
coming
た
out
ソフ
this
トメ
year,
ーカーの
right?
皆
For
様
Switch 2.
Yeah, we got
Tarnished,
it.
it's a
ありがとう
tarnished
ござい
edition,
ます
so it makes sense they would want to
Yeah.
space that out. And wait, wait,
It's buffering.
it's buffering for me too. Okay, we're good.
ご覧いただいた以外にも任天堂 Switch 2に向けて多くのゲーム開発を進めていただいています。
Dude,
今
Dust
後も
Bloods,
たくさんの
bro.
タイトルをご紹介していきますのでお楽し
That's
みに。
crazy.
Bro.
続いてはこちらの映像をご覧ください。
Nintendo. Star Fox? Star Fox? Donkey Kong? Star Fox? Star Fox! No! Kid Icarus? Kid Icarus? No, that's Kirby?
It sounded like Kirby.
That's a star. That's got
Yeah, this sounds. This is Kirby. This is Big Curb.
That's Kirby. This is a Kirby.
Dude, 3D Big Curb.
Bro, Kirby Smash? It's Smash.
Could be Smash.
It's Smash. It's Smash Brothers, bro. Super Smash Brothers! That's Smash, bro. It could be Kirby, but it's just Smash. They just announced a new Kirby content.
Feels like a Smash.
Kirby Air Ride 2?
The CGI quality.
Kirby Air Ride 2?
Oh, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know.
What is going on?
I don't know. Kirby Air Ride 2? It's Kirby.
It's Kirby.
Come on, Direct.
Oh, what is this nonsense?
Come
okay,
on.
There we go.
So it's a Sakurai made game, which is why he made it look like a Smash.
Why
trailer. This is a new. This is the new Sakurai project. Kirby Air Ride 2. Kirby Air Ride.
The Air Riders.
Wow.
That's dope.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Director
Sakurai.
Masahiro Sakurai.
This year, but no date.
This year. Let's go.
任天堂ゲームキューブのカービィのエアライド以来22年ぶりに完全新作が登場します。
I'm very sad that Nintendo's presentations have been
カ
crashing.
ービィのエアライダーに
Like,
Yeah.
our lives have been perfect. It hasn't been on us. It's been everyone.
次が
Like,
最後の映像となります
last trailer.
ご覧ください。
Last trailer.
Last trailer.
Last trailer. Donkey Kong? This is Donkey
Why
Kong.
is this?
It's Donkey Kong. It's 3D Donkey Kong.
Is it?
It is a 3D Donkey Kong
Definitely
game.
could be.
It's 100% a 3D Donkey Kong game. There are golden bananas. There are mine carts. It's 3D freaking Donkey
yeah.
Kong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on, let me see the ball. Come on, see him. There he is.
DK! Donkey Kong!
Oh. And he's got the new design.
Freaking back, bro. And he is
let's
husky.
go. 3D Donkey Kong. Oh. Oh, it looks so good.
The greatest game of all time.
He's busting through the ground. He's ripping everything. Oh my gosh, he's just destroying everything.
Oh my
This is awesome.
god. This is the greatest game ever
It's
made.
insane.
He... Holy smokes.
This is so cool.
Donkey Kong amazing.
He's got the...
Bro, back, better, sharper,
Oh,
stronger.
Oh, they have 2D segments as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Slight frame drop there. Bananas.
Wow. Let's go, baby. So freaking cool.
Oh. What's going on here?
Donkey Kong will save the day. Whoa. Yo, you think they're gonna pop Diddy right at the end?
Possibly.
Whoa, look at all the Kongs, bro. Let's go!
Bonanza.
Bonanza! Donkey Kong Bonanza! Did he?
July 17th?
July 7th? Okay, yeah,
ご覧
because
いただ
it's
いた
the
の
UK
は
version.
ドンキーコング
Yeah,
の
that threw
新
me
しい
off a lot.
3D アクションゲームドンキーコングバナンザです。唯一無二のパ
Oh,
ワ
looks
ー
so
で
good.
敵も壁も
We
地面
needed
も
this.
全てを破壊しながら巨大な地下世界を突き進みます。詳細は改めてお伝えしますのでお楽しみに。
Wow.
ここまでご覧いただきありがとうございます。
改めてになりますが、任天堂スイッチ2の発売日は6月
June
5日
5th
で
of
す。
Mario Kart.
最後に発売する本体のご紹介です。
Oh, we haven't announced the price
ま
yet.
ずは任天堂スイッチ2の本体です。これに加え、ダウンロード版のマ
A
リオカ
bundle
ー
that
トワー
includes
ル
a
ドがセ
digital
ット
version
に
of
な
Mario
った本
Kart
体を
World
発
for
売します。
$450.
詳しくはダイレクト終了後に公開する公式ホーム
Did
ペー
not
ジを
say
ご
the
覧ください
price?。
駆け足になりましたが、今回お伝えする内容は以上になります。
Wait, where's the
発
price?
売までもうしばらくお待ちいただくことになりますが、
But where's the price?
任天堂スイッチ2を 皆さんにご体験いただけることを今からとても楽しみにしています。
What the?
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。
There's like
Is it? I guess because they don't want to, because pre-orders aren't open yet. So that.
But the thing is launching. So, but when the.
I have more questions than I do have answers.
Yeah.
I have more questions than I do have answers. But I gotta say, all right, I'm gonna take the L. The L being, I thought this would be the best Nintendo Direct of all time. It was not the best Nintendo Direct of all time. I mean, it's definitely up there. Like, it's definitely up there, right?
I mean, some of the things they confirmed, I couldn't believe. 120 hertz HDR LCD, like, bro, what? From Nintendo? What? Craziness.
I'm just so confused.
I didn't believe that rumor for a second, but it's true.
I am so confused. I don't know what to say or do.
No, I just, oof.
Like, it was. Listen, it was a good presentation.
It was fantastic. It was almost consistent bangers. I think it really just needed one or two more Nintendo announcements.
I mean, listen, we got
I guess we're gonna get it soon enough.
We got a confirmation that Prime 4 is going to have a Switch 2 edition. They didn't talk about it too much, but they talked about
Mario Kart World looks like the best Mario Kart game ever made.
Yes, Mario Kart World is the best possible Mario Kart ever made. Kirby,
it's like a dream list of features.
A Kirby expansion, Kirby Air Ride 2. So that's
the Kirby expansion. Yes.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I gotta be real about the Warriors game. I don't know.
It's a Warriors game.
It's Zelda, so I feel like I should be like freaking out, but I'm not. Because it's a Warriors game. Yeah, the Nintendo From Software game, though, that is insane.
That is probably the biggest announcement at the whole show.
But you know, no 3D Mario, right? But it's clear that they haven't talked about the holiday title. Like they are basically just launch window because Donkey Kong is July. Actually, whoa, yeah, it's July, right? Because it said 7, right? Like so, this is coming out soon. So we have Mario Kart. What was the name again? Mario Kart World. I don't remember.
Yes.
It's just called Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart World, right? I think so.
Mario Kart World. June 5th, and then July 17th. So what? Like 5 weeks later, 5-6 weeks later, we get Donkey Kong Bonanza. I mean, that's actually pretty good. Like
that's awesome.
That's pretty good. GameCube, NSO. Oh yeah, there has to be a summer direct. I don't know if it's gonna be in June per se, but there's gonna be a summer direct. We have a Mario Kart direct happening in 2 weeks, so that's gonna be crazy. This could still be the best year ever, but Nintendo is not showing all their cards yet. They're still holding back a lot. So like, all right,
surprising amount.
We got. I'm trying to write something down here.
They have not released any individual trailers for anything they showed yet.
Oh well, they're having a lot of tech issues. That direct was botched.
Very true. Not sure what they were planning or what they were.
Ricardo, I lost my voice a little bit. It's fine. It's not.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah,
your voice got wrecked.
It's not that bad. It's been worse.
I want to go back and look at Prime 4 again.
Right. Nintendo just tweeted something.
Is it an apology?
No, just that it's coming out June 5th.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got Mario Kart World, right? That's June. Okay.
Oh, they confirmed the yen price. Hold on.
Wait. Whoa.
49,980 yen.
What does that mean?
$334 equivalent. Is it gonna be $350? Hold on. Let me make sure. There's a source, which is Nintendo's website.
350 actually would be crazy.
350 would be huge. With the 120 screen with HDR.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Dude.
I don't
Francesco, I'm also waiting for that Prime 4 date. But I think this means that they're gonna take their time with Prime 4. It's gonna come out later this year, and it's gonna have a focus. We're gonna have like maybe a Metroid Prime 4 Direct or something. Like Metroid Prime 4 is still gonna have its moment. And actually, Ricardo, no Prime 2 or 3. Here's the interesting thing: we don't have a Prime 4 release date yet. So, and they did not show Prime 2 in the GameCube NSO offering. So it means they don't even have Prime 2 coming out soon. So like that's we don't know what they're doing with Prime 2 and 3 yet. We have to wait till we get Prime 4 like release timing, which they still haven't provided. But they confirmed a Switch 2 edition with mouse controls. So enhanced visuals, mouse controls. That's what we wanted. It being a launch title was never the biggest thing. So that's fine. This is fine. Like this is good. We're in good shape. Like this is good.
Yeah.
Like just looking at.
Oh man, it looks good on Switch too, man. It looks so
Prime
good.
4?
Yeah.
You're looking at the footage?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me take a look at it. Does it look like a lot better? Like
doesn't. Yeah, it's so much clearer. There's still aliasing, but it's obviously a lot less.
Are there trailers, or are you just looking through the direct footage?
I'm just looking through the direct. It's at 27 minutes, roughly.
I'm looking to see if any trailers Nintendo dropped. All right, so they've dropped trailers. They got the Bonanza trailer. They have Air Riders trailer. They have Duskbloods. They have the sizzle reel. They literally called it a sizzle reel. Drag Drive, which has only 282. That's crazy. It's like no one cares about it. I mean, it all just dropped. But Partner Spotlight. I'm looking for like the Switch 2 Editions trailer. Do they even have one?
I don't know.
I'm looking. I don't see it. So they got 2 Partner Spotlights. GameCube. I don't think they have. They spent a lot of time on Mario Party Jamboree.
Man, I'm just like 1080p 120 FPS mode, 720p 120 FPS in handheld
confirmed.
Mode. Yeah, that's big.
Yeah. I'm not going to live stream for very long, guys, because I think what I need to do is make a Mario Kart trailer analysis and a Donkey Kong trailer analysis. Both maybe today.
Yeah.
But what I am going to do is I want to take a look at I am looking for that Switch Prime 4 Switch. I was just screaming the whole time. I was so happy.
It's only like a minute of footage. It's actually less than a minute of footage.
Right after the Kirby expansion, which is also
struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some.
Where's Robobot?
27. Yeah. Well, I didn't expect.
We hope you're
to see
looking forward
Robobot
to
here.
Kirby's new
27
adventure.
27 is roughly when it starts.
Starcross World, though, bro.
Metroid Prime
Here we
4
go.
Beyond will have both a
Oh,
Nintendo
I just
Switch
realized
and a
I'm not
Nintendo-
sharing my screen, so you guys don't even know what I'm looking at. Hold on, I'll share.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. All right.
I don't think they're using DLSS in this game.
causing some mysterious changes.
Starcross World just looks like
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's
it just
new adventure.
looks like more Kirby. Like I don't think it looks better. It just looks
Metroid
still
Prime
good.
4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Oh, we got to do a graphics comp for this.
Oh yeah.
In addition to standard
I feel like it does
you
look a
can
little
use
better.
mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
I think the resolution's probably
Plus,
higher.
you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second,
with HDR.
or enjoy smoother
This is
action
both
in full
handheld
HD at 120 frames per second.
They did
Choose
say
from
the
these two
visuals were
modes,
improved.
both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle. Plus,
There seems to be a lot
Pokemon
less
Legends
aliasing.
ZA, which is scheduled to launch
So the game will
later
have
this
high
year,
dynamic
will
range.
not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition
Do
as
the
well.
windows have depth
By taking advantage of the
in
power of
Pokemon
Switch 2,
now?
you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and
Yeah,
frame
they still look
rates.
pretty flat to me.
I mean, I don't think the
The
assets
Nintendo Switch
themselves are
2
any
edition
different.
games you
I
just
think
saw
it's just
will be available
higher
as both physical
resolution
and
frame
digital
rate.
versions.
The texture quality looks basically as good as it
And
did
if
in
you
the
already
Switch
own the
trailer too.
You have to do
digital versions.
Man, what's that?
There's probably less pop in this version, but
Bro, there's so much
I'd
to do.
imagine.
There's so much to do, Brandon. I don't know how many videos I can upload in a day. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think I have my plan. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, I got a plan. I got a plan. Probably should end the stream soon. Probably. But Warrior64 is saying $450. They did announce 2 different bundles. If the Mario Kart bundle is $450, I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm really excited for the mouse controls. Noah Dougherty. I'm trying to hear the narrator. So disrespectful. But like, I am trying to hear a narrator. What else what do you want me to? Do you want me to not hear? So I should just let myself not hear it? Brandon, were you offended when I said, "Hey, I'm trying to hear the narrator"?
I was so offended, man. I was
Well,
like,
see,
gah,
Brandon, if
gah.
you speak in sarcasm, they won't some people won't understand.
No, I was not offended. I was not.
We
offended
talked
at all.
about this before.
We literally talked about it, right before.
Yeah.
They've not updated the English version of the website.
Yeah, I saw some super chats. I'm trying to find them. Mr. Real Shame with a super chat. I'm a little underwhelmed. Little Zelda. We had a surprising amount of Zelda. We got Switch 2 editions for both Breath and Tears, even though they're
about as much as Zelda as expecting.
I guess what are they? 4K 60? Breath and Tears? Is that what they kind of said about them?
I don't remember if they
they did not say what. I think they just said improved resolution and frame rate.
Let's continue presenting some
I
more
mean, it was
Nintendo Switch 2
definitely
edition
60
games.
FPS.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 4K or not.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates. And also support HDR.
I will say a lot of the games
makes
they
the image more
showed
vibrant.
that were first party.
So it also supports
look
HDR.
as if they may
Higher
have
definition
started
graphics.
life as Switch 1 titles, and then a couple
Plus,
years ago they
You
started
can get
moving
even
them to
more
Switch
out of
2.
your adventures in Hyrule
I don't
using
feel
Zelda
like
notes.
a lot of these titles are
This
as
new
good
feature
as
can be accessed
like I
via
think
the
Nintendo
Nintendo
titles
Switch app
can
on
look
smart
better
devices.
than these eventually when they get more used to the hardware. I think these look good, but I
Yeah.
don't think these are like the peak of what Nintendo can do with Switch 2.
No. THX, $359. Prime numbers 359. Interesting. Thank you for the super chat. Cat Dad, welcome to the Legends memberships. Appreciate you. Velociraptor Ghost adds me. Prime 4, Elden Ring, and that new Donkey Kong game are the games I'm definitely getting. I'm curious on the Tarnished edition for Elden Ring because I already played all the DLC already for Elden Ring, so like I don't know if I would pick it up again, but I don't know. It kind of depends on what the Tarnished Edition entails. I assume probably not enough for me to buy the game again after I played the game and all the DLC like just a couple months ago. But I am curious, and it's definitely something that someone who hasn't played Elden Ring yet should probably be super interested in. Dominique Sanchez with another super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Zelda's not getting more content and only an app kinda sucks. It's cool, but all the other upgrades got extra content. Didn't expect a lot, but a little at least. Well, we got Age of Imprisonment. There's a whole other spin-off Warriors game, right?
I mean, I was never expecting new content for Breath of the Wild, and have already been told before that Tears of the Kingdom is not going to get DLC. So
yeah,
it
but I
would've
mean,
been kind of
Age
a
of
backtrack
Imprisonment
for them to have
kind of
done that in the first
is
place.
like a DLC in a way, right?
Yeah.
So
It looks like there's gonna be a bit more like missions where it's like story focused missions where you're kind of like walking around and exploring the world a little bit.
Link
So
exists
maybe
with
there's
the
a little more
super
to it.
chat. Kind of sad no new Zelda, but happy Final Fantasy VII and Duskblood. I mean, we're gonna get a Zelda announcement at some point.
Yeah, were people expecting Zelda? I feel like we were pretty clear that Zelda has very little chance of having anything big at this presentation.
I feel like I think Zelda actually had a pretty strong presence.
Yeah, I mean,
listen, guys. I mean, let's put this into perspective. We're getting Switch editions for Breath and Tears, right? They have HDR support, higher frame rate, higher resolution, both, not just one, both, right? They also announced. Well, I don't even know where it was. Oh, here it is. They announced a new Zelda Warriors game, Age of Imprisonment, which actually, like, I think I kind of needed this like last year, personally. But like this is a big deal.
I mean, I think it will be a lot better off on Switch 2 than Switch 1.
Oh yeah,
Age of Calamity did not run well on Switch 1.
I think the Switch 2 should have been out last year.
Their union
That's
led
fair.
to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible
Business Wire.
a
There's
war
another
was
super
fought
chat
to
you should
vanquish
read.
this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
The English website.
Man, I'm trying to be excited about this. Like visually, it looks good. I like how it looks.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
I feel like I should be more hyped about this. But I'm not.
Is there so much aliasing on the grass? It's in these scenes. It's like
Minoru looks a
insane
little odd.
amount of aliasing on the grass.
The music's good. Zelda is amazing with her powers and her epic light sword. The sages. I don't know, man. Like,
There's so many enemies.
Objectively, I look at this and I'm like, how am I not like shivering and in a cold sweat or freaking out? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just.
I mean, I'm not over the moon about it.
I feel like I should
but
be.
I'm excited.
I think it's just because it's a
understand why
Warriors
the
game.
resolution is so low.
Wait, it looks low to you?
And there's no anti-aliasing.
I don't know. It looks good to me, actually. But
the cutscenes look good, but the gameplay looks really low.
I don't know. It could just be not final. It's coming this winter. Is it the December game? I kind of actually like this as a December game.
Yeah, it's fine.
I like this as a December game. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, so we got Mario Kart June, Donkey Kong July, right? And we have Prime 4 and Pokemon. And now Hyrule Warriors.
I don't want to understate just how cool Mario Kart Worlds is, by the way.
Well, so the thing
that is God
they started the direct off in the best possible way.
Oh, dude, the first 30 minutes, was like, this is the best thing.
I
I've
don't
ever
know.
said.
The
This
game
is
chat
banger after
thing
banger.
on the game
Dream
chat
after
is
dream
great
fulfilled.
news, but it's just they showed so much low frame rate stuff with the like that was just
Yeah.
just a
I
weird
mean, it
thing
was
to
just
share so openly. Like I guess I
Yeah.
appreciate
That feature's not great.
the transparency, right? The sincerity and just showing it as it is. But I think the frame rate was so bad that you and I aren't like we're not it's not even people like us, but like more casual like viewers
No,
would probably
anybody could
see
tell.
that and be like, wow, that looks choppy.
That's the kind of frame rate I would get on my 2011 $200 plastic HP laptop, like webcam.
Right? I think the Mario Kart trailer is the best trailer of all time.
Like that was not good.
This is literally
To
going
be
to be
fair,
the greatest
that was a
game ever
feature we
made.
weren't really expecting and isn't that useful.
Yeah.
Like it's cool, but it's not like a big deal. Like the voice chat part is way bigger of a deal, and the fact that that's there is huge. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have screen sharing, as I said while we were watching it, make it good or just don't have it.
By the way, we might have pretty much our entire lineup for the year, save for like one title. Because Mario Kart comes out June, Donkey Kong
This
July.
is my dream Mario Kart. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally the greatest Mario Kart ever. Like, it's the best Mario Kart ever. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, this is the best Mario Kart ever.
Man. Yeah. I'm so hyped for this.
Yeah. Taker, I don't know if I got to this question earlier. You super chatted me asking, still no release date for Prime 4. What gives? I think they're just gonna. Metroid Prime 4 is not coming out in the first 2 months. That's what this means, right? And so as a result, you are not prioritizing Metroid Prime 4 marketing. You've shown it. You've announced a cross-gen version, so we know it's coming. We've learned more, but right now it's about launching a Switch 2 with Mario Kart, and then the next month it's Donkey Kong. After that, you know, we'll probably get a lot more Metroid news. I mean, it may come. We may get the Metroid news before Donkey Kong comes out, whenever the next Direct is. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be worried. I mean, with Wars coming out winter and Pokemon coming out late, like fall, like I think Prime 4 is before those two games. So, you know, I would just gotta wait a few more months.
Yeah. I think that they did, in terms of first party stuff, they did hold back a lot in this event. So they'll have more to show in future directs.
I mean, they sandwiched the Direct.
We don't know much about the holiday.
Well, hear me out, Brandon. Mario Kart June, Donkey Kong July, right? At that point, we have August, September, October, November, December. 5 months. We already know about 4 other major first-party games: Kirby Air Ride 2, or Kirby Air Riders, Metro Prime 4, Pokemon Legends EA, and Age of Imprisonment. So that's 4 out of those 5 months. Now, I'm sure there could be some double things. There's Drag Ride as well, which fits in there. That looks like a small game though, right? So I don't even want to like count that as like, you know what I mean? Like that might even be a launch title. I don't know. They might have said, I don't know if they said it's a launch title.
I don't remember what they said.
I don't
I don't want to say if they do or not because I don't remember. But
yeah, I don't remember. Oh, here it is. Here's a.
You'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves.
I mean, it's a mouse. It's a mouse
we hope you're
built
looking forward
game.
to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, here
Those
are
are
some
mouse
games
mode.
from our publishing and
Oh, they
mouse
didn't say. Okay, maybe at the end of the trailer because they're next. It's coming out summer 2025. So it's Drag Ride is a launch window game. So yeah. Hey, oh, by the way, I think I completely like skipped that. Like, so the Zelda stuff, right? I think I meant to finish this point. I never did. We have Breath and Tears, right? I think what happened, we started talking about Age of Imprisonment, and then you were talking about the resolution and stuff, and then I just forgot about the point I was making.
Yeah.
But like we have Breath and Tears Switch 2 Edition, we have Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, and Wind Waker is going to be available technically in HD on Nintendo GameCube for NSO day 1 on Switch 2. So we have technically 3 remastered Zeldas coming out this year and a Zelda spin-off. I don't know if I would say that's a little Zelda. It's not the one big Zelda thing, right? It's a lot of small Zelda things. But Zelda has a presence, right? And I think the idea has always been that that this is not a big year for Zelda, right? Next year is the 40th anniversary. That's where things get big. Now, the question is, do we see an announcement about something bigger for Zelda this year? I mean, they didn't even tell us what the holiday title in this direct, right? So, well, presumably they didn't tell us what the holiday title in this direct. They technically, I mean,
I feel like they didn't.
Right. I mean, there's also, I don't even know what the name of that other weird thing. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm almost certain I'm not gonna buy it. Whatever that weird. The game we thought
pack-in title.
right. You know exactly what I'm talking
why.
about. I don't know what it's called. It's called Switch 2 Tour. Welcome Tour.
Yeah.
Like it. Who's gonna buy that?
Official price. But breaking news! Breaking news!
Okay.
We got a tweet from Jeff Keighley.
Oh.
Breaking news! Nintendo Switch 2. You want me to read it, or you want to try to find it and read it?
Just rip off the Band-Aid, Brandon.
All right, $449 or $499 with Mario Kart. Digital games are now $80. There's no fucking way. $80.
I don't trust Jeff Keighley.
Jeff, you're lying to me. $80.
I don't trust Jeff Keighley.
There's no way.
I don't trust Jeff Keighley.
Also, $449 is higher than I thought. But I mean, with a 120 hertz screen, maybe that makes sense. But this would be considerably more than the yen price.
I don't believe this shit.
Source, Jeff. Source.
Like, listen, the price thing, maybe. No. There's no way.
People are reporting Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart World $80.
I think I don't think that's
so dumb.
I don't know about that.
I hope not, but everybody's saying that. Everybody.
I don't know, dude. $80.
Oh, the website's up now. It is $449.
Okay.
For the console.
That's a little high.
And let's see. Mario Kart.
If Mario Kart's an $80 game, getting it for $500 is actually a nice discount.
The price. That is a great discount. I'm definitely getting that.
Yeah.
Bundle.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing is, the console's $450. The game
It is $80. There's no Nintendo. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? $80.
We're cooked.
Nintendo, what are you doing? No. It was so perfect. Everything was so great.
I don't understand.
This is one of those. Oh,
Did
they're
they
shooting
just
themselves in the foot.
Are they though?
They're blowing their toes off.
Are they though?
$80, brother. Not everybody can afford $80. Maybe it's just for Mario Kart. If it's just for Mario Kart, then they can get away.
What's the price for Donkey Kong?
I'm looking.
Where are you looking? Because I need to find this.
The Switch 2 website.
I'm on the Nintendo website.
No, look up
C
Nintendo
Games.
Switch 2 website.
Okay. All right, let me pull this up for you guys.
It's 70.
Donkey Kong is 70?
Yes.
So this is just a unique thing for Donkey Kong. I mean, for Mario Kart.
But, God, that's really, really not good.
Where's the
Okay, how much... Does it say how much the upgrade packs are? Hold on.
Where do you find the prices? I'm on the official website. Does it say at the bottom or?
It says at the bottom if you scroll down.
Man, that's a cool looking website, bro. Oh, schniz.
Okay, so Jamboree is 1440p in TV mode, 1080p in tabletop mode, by the way. There's so much information here.
This is a long website. Like I'm still $70. Okay, I have to
There's
scroll.
no more
I
specific
have to scroll
information
for
for
like
Breath of the Wild
what, like
tiers.
60, 70 seconds. That's
There's no
crazy,
specifics for anything else.
bro. I'm just floored that they're selling Mario Kart for $80. Like, okay, maybe it is just that massive of a game, but I don't know. This is a very weird precedent that's being set here. Like Donkey Kong, like, you know what I mean? Like, you look at Donkey Kong, you're like, all right, that's like a legit, like, you know, open world, fully destructible. Holy schnazzle.
Oh, hold on. Breaking news. What?
What?
They did
What?
not mention this in the direct. Included with the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership, Breath of the Wild upgrade and Tears of the Kingdom upgrade are included for free. No additional cost.
No, that's good.
You must have the physical or digital version of the game to download its upgrade pack. Active membership required. So if you have Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, and you have the expansion pass membership, boom, free upgrade for you. Which makes sense because those ones don't have new content, so it makes sense that those are free.
Wow,
That's big.
crazy.
That's big. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Not every expansion, edition is free, which kind of makes sense because there's quite a few.
Dude,
here.
look at this map for Mario Kart.
Oh.
So are these all the tracks then? Kinda. We got 1, 2.
Well, there seems to be a
3,
ton of
4,
different ones per area.
8, 12, 16. I can't even math. It looks like there's probably one, like a couple hidden here, but 1, 2. All right, okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I don't remember where. I don't know.
I can't believe we're getting
There's
Mario
like-
Kart Horizons, bro.
I don't know. I lost
Mario
count.
Kart Horizons. Oh my gosh.
A sprawling world, of course, is speed across plains, cities, water, volcanoes, and much more. Everything is connected.
Man, sometimes I do wish that the Nintendo Switch didn't sell quite as well as it did, because they would not be selling Mario Kart World for $80 if it didn't sell 60
I mean,
million
this game
somewhat odd
does
units
look
on Switch.
insane, though.
It does. But $80, brother? What other... Man, GTA is going to be $100. We're cooked. We're so cooked. GTA is going to be $1 million.
This is insane. Oh my god.
Oh, this is more... To be fair, both this game and the Switch are more expensive than than both of us thought they were going to be.
Than most people thought.
Yeah.
June 5th is not too bad,
is
though.
not terrible. No, the
What
release
the
date's fine.
Like, seriously, though. $80.
Yeah, I mean, the game looks astronomically good. It looks like a dream Mario
Bro,
Kart. It's everything I could ever
Nintendo
hope
Switch
for,
2
but
plus Mario Kart
$80?
World Bundle, $500. Well, I mean, the thing is, we're all going to buy this bundle.
Everybody's going to get that one. Literally,
Yeah.
everybody's going to get
Yeah.
Nobody's going to buy a normal Switch. It's going to be that bundle.
And they got
the
the
only people buying
Joy-Con
normal Switches are the
wheels.
people who can't get that bundle because it's sold out.
I have zero interest in the camera. Zero.
No, I don't really care about that.
Pro controller is a strong consideration. I mean, it's upgrade
Oh, yeah.
packs. Some of the Nintendo Switch games you may already have can be leveled up to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition with the purchase of their upgrade pack. Enjoy features like visual improvements, new modes, and more. GameCube.
I think you're on the site that I was on. Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if there's any like interesting new details.
Well, the interesting new detail would be the part about the free versions. If you have the expansion pack, but there may be some more stuff. There's a few other details like 1440p being specified for TV
All right,
mode.
so
For
Metroid
Mario Party.
Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond upgrade
It's the
details.
same
Support
details.
for mouse controls and using Joy-Con 2 controllers. Enhanced resolution, textures, and load times. So they are improving the textures. That's
pretty evident in the trailer that the textures look better. But it is nice to see that confirmed.
The game also supports So choose from 2 display modes. Quality mode runs at 60 FPS per second in 4K resolution. In TV mode, 1080p while in handheld mode. So you can play 4K 60, Prime 4 4K 60 with better textures and load times and high dynamic range.
Yep.
That sounds pretty good.
The more crazy thing though, the 120 FPS? 120 FPS?
In handheld mode, 120 frames per second in 1080p. Actually, no, it can do 120 FPS in TV mode. You just need a TV to support it.
Yeah, of course it can do it in TV mode as well. I thought it was going to be only in handheld mode.
How do I check if my TV supports 120 FPS?
It doesn't. You would know.
I would know.
You would know.
Time to upgrade.
Have you ever plugged a PC into it? Have you ever plugged your PlayStation into it?
Yeah.
If you've done either of those things, you would know.
Okay. What does that mean?
Unless you're just really, really technologically incompetent.
Like, I mean, there's just HDMI connections. I just plug them in.
Yeah, of course.
I think I made a decision and thought, oh, I don't need 120 FPS or something at some point. I'm like,
I mean, at the time, you probably didn't.
Yeah, but now I do.
Now you do.
Bro, Prime 4 runs at 120 frames per second. Hey. We had a conversation earlier when I was like, hey, what if like Smash ran at like 4K, like 120, right? And listen, Prime 4 is not running in 4K 120. It's 1080p 120, right? But
which is what I suggested for Smash as well.
Still crazy though.
It is. But Smash is definitely getting 120 FPS mode, which will be big for it because fighting games where you need that kind of instant response, it's gonna be really big for that.
Dude, for Pokemon they say improved performance with higher frame rate and resolution.
Yeah, most of the other games, it's basically the same information we already had.
Yeah, Jamboree's a metric shit ton.
Yep.
Of stuff here. I don't care about half of it, but yeah.
I do wonder why this game couldn't run at full 4K. It's only 1440p in TV mode.
I don't know.
It's very odd.
There's a lot of odd things going on. A lot of questions. Not a lot of.
I mean, I could tell even over the stream as soon as I saw them, even before they talked about the Switch 2 edition version, when they just had like it playing in the background, I was like, oh, that looks noticeably higher resolution, and it was.
So I want to point something on the website, right? So they say play latest games. Like it's on the new games tab, right? They say Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I like the simple naming schemes, by the way. It's just one extra name to it. And then the next thing they show is Metroid Prime 4 Switch 2 edition. And so here's something also really interesting about this. Actually, that's very interesting. Oh my god. Guys, this is crazy, actually. Okay. I'm in the new games tab, right? I picked new games, right? In new games, Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Metroid Prime 4 Switch 2 edition, Kirby Air Riders, Drag Drive, Garbage, Duskbloods. I'm sorry if you're excited for Welcome Tour. But
Welcome Tour would be exciting if it was a pack-in game.
Right. Okay, but I just want to get to my point. I agree with you, but the point is, on this page, they don't talk about any of the other Switch 2 editions. The only Switch 2 edition they talk about is Metroid Prime 4. And if you remember, during the Direct, I guess I have to go back to this. There was something I found very curious during the Direct. I mean, basically what I'm trying to tell you guys is that there is going to be a specific physical release for Metroid Prime 4 on Switch 2. They are going to treat this as a Switch 2 game. Because, well, one, like as I said, it's the only Switch 2 edition. It's on the new games tab, but also I'm going to show something else out from the Direct that you guys may find very interesting. So when we get to the cross-gen part, wow, what? Oh, it's because they just upload the whole live. All right, so scrolling through, harder overview, welcome tour garbage, Again, sorry if I offended you by saying I don't care about that. All right, here he is. This is the page. Come on. All right. So this is at the end of the Switch 2 editions, right?
Yeah.
And what you'll notice, they're not showing Prime 4 here. They're talking about these being digital upgrades. Oh, this is lagging like crazy. It's wild. Wait for it. I guess I don't need to be in 4K anymore. That's not needed. So check this out. You just saw will be available, right? So this is normal, physical and digital, right? But, and if you already own the Switch version of a game, I mean, I guess all these games are already currently available, so maybe that's why they did that. But I guess the point is that they only talk about games with upgrade packs, so like downloads, right? Prime 4. I think I feel pretty good about this. There's gonna be a separate Switch 2 version. Like, why else have it on this page with all the other new games?
Yeah.
So that's big, and I really like that they confirmed that this version has improved textures. So I don't know, like yeah, maybe we would have wanted maybe more, but I mean, it's gonna be in 4K. It's gonna have improved textures, high dynamic range, 120 FPS mode. No one not many people expected that.
I thought it would be technically possible. I just didn't think Nintendo would care to support 120 FPS.
Yeah, Lethal Lawn said, "Hey Andres, I was checking the direct. It looks like you retracted it. You were saying you saw that they peaked at 1.3 or I got to 1.3. I think when we left the stream, it was at 1.4 million, and then it crashed, so they probably dropped at that point. Yeah. Man, what a heavy L for them.
Man, I'm looking through the Donkey Kong page, by the way, and apparently it's an underground world that you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. I did not realize that when I was watching the trailer.
Donkey Kong Minor Edition.
Yeah, dude, the fact that you can just punch through everything, like that's something that's actually pretty impressive, because that's something hard to run.
And I guess the side-scrolling parts are
back
like
in the day
portals to the surface for a moment or something.
Maybe. But I remember back in the day when Subnautica was being made, it used to have a feature similar to this where you could just like dig through the whole world. But even on PC back then, it was very hard to run, and they ended up taking it out because it just wasn't performing enough. So the fact that they actually have that as a feature in this game is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. Anyways, everyone.
It's actually pretty technically impressive.
I think I should end the stream here. Thank you for everyone who came by. Hold on. I feel like I missed some super chats here. I think exists. I think I got to yours. You said kind of sad no new Zelda, but happy for Final Fantasy 7 and Dustblood. Dustblood, bro. Exclusive from software game is insane.
Absolutely massive.
Yeah, THX with the super chat. Business-wide article.
So good.
Switch to 449. Mario Kart World 499. Okay, I believe that. I think I have now accepted reality that Mario Kart World is $80. Still weird.
It's bonkers.
But the thing is, I kind of don't care because I'm gonna buy it bundled with the console anyways, right?
Yeah.
And if the console's 400, here's the thing: like with that bundle, you're saving $30, right? Like, it's not Mario Kart World. It's not a $50 game. Like, we all agree on that. So that doesn't bother me. And I don't. Maybe they think they can get away with it because I don't know. Maybe it's all about prioritizing the bundle then. Right, like
maybe. I also feel like it's just about selling the game that they know is going to be probably the best-selling game on the system.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's going to buy the bundle.
Highest price possible.
Everyone's going to buy the bundle. Like,
yeah, but how many bundles are they going to make?
I don't know. But that Mario Kart 8 bundle lasted forever on Switch 1, so
true. But it also wasn't as good a deal as this.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was basically the same price as just buying the game along with the console. It was like a $10 savings, maybe.
Yeah. Dominic Sanchez with another super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Wasn't expecting DLC for the Zeldas, but should Should have got a new collectible type, an extra 10 shrines, or even a small number of new Zonai devices, stuff like that. Yeah, there's no new content there. They didn't really touch it. The notes thing is kind of neat, I guess. Just being able to share Zonai devices is kind of huge.
That's big.
But it's I don't know if it's so huge.
I wish they had leaned farther
to the
into
game for it, but yeah.
Yeah. If they had added like online multiplayer or something, bro.
Yeah, I think I should try and go pre-order my Switch 2 at GameStop. So I'm gonna do that. Start working on
the
up. Well,
Can you pre-order them now?
Extreme Academy said Nintendo has that, so you can do a pre-order thing. You can register for the pre-order, which I guess just means that when it's available for pre-order, they'll just notify you. Is that basically what it means?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm assuming it's here.
Register your interest to buy from My Nintendo Store. Sign in with your Nintendo account and register your interest in purchasing a Switch 2 system and select accessories from the official My Nintendo Store. We'll be in touch with that invitation email once it's your turn to shop.
Check back soon for retailer availability. Register interest. Your registration was submitted. Eligible Nintendo account holders will receive an email when it's time to purchase. It might be a week from now, on April 9th. Bro, you gotta get the $500 version because that's how you save money, sort of. Ah, man, it's wild. Like, imagine if Switch 2 was $400 and Mario Kart World was $70. We're actually spending. It's an interesting trick because, I mean, although with that screen, I understand the $450 price tag. I understand that. Man, I mean, listen, I'm happy to get a brand new Nintendo Switch 2 console with an amazing screen and the most amazing Mario Kart game of all time for $500. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But when you separate them, Switch 2 $450. Yeah. Mario Kart, any Nintendo game for $80, any game period for $80. It's not like a special edition. It's like a whoa, right? Now, if there's a game that can get away with it, I guess it is Mario Kart. Because I mean, fact of the matter is, Mario Kart Deluxe is the best-selling Nintendo game of all time, not counting Wii Sports, which is packed in for almost every single Wii bundle. So I guess it's just the law of like supply and demand or something.
I mean, this is basically the same as Tears of the Kingdom being $70 on Switch 1. It's a $10, price difference between most of the Switch games.
Yeah,
and this would be the same.
THX brings up a very interesting point, right? So in the
New Zelda gonna be
8. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold 68 million. How many can they sell Mario Kart World at $80? I don't know.
Probably just as many, honestly.
I don't know. Maybe this is they're trying to like shut down Mario Kart success.
That's definitely not the case. I mean,
do we think Tears of the Kingdom didn't sell as well because it was 70?
It's still so game.
Oh, apparently there's a full trailer for Breath of the Wild: Tears of the Kingdom on Switch for Switch 2 on YouTube.
Oh, interesting.
I think I saw that. I just kind of assumed it was what we saw. Oh, but it is long.
Oh no, there's 7 minutes.
It is long. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they show like comparisons and stuff?
I mean, maybe.
They do. They do show direct comparisons.
All right, I'll watch this and then I'll end the stream.
Upgrade your adventures in Hyrule on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Wow.
The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom games will both have Nintendo Switch 2 editions. Jump back into the adventure, now with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
It apparently shows
They both
some new
support
content.
HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, and they have smoother, higher definition graphics. Plus, the load times when warping are much faster, helping you explore Hyrule with ease.
faster, but not instant. Yeah, that's noticeable, but it's not instant.
If you already own the Nintendo Switch games, your save data can be carried over.
I would assume.
On top of that, you can now create 2 manual save data files, so feel free to start a new game without worrying about losing your old data.
That's important, actually.
And introducing Zelda Notes, a new feature that can help you get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule.
I just care so little about this.
It's a game-specific service found in the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these games. It's designed to provide a more streamlined gameplay experience.
You hate the voice?
Let's go over some of the new features you'll find in Zelda Notes.
This is an AI voice?
For the map?
Oh, you mean for the navigator?
Sometimes it can be tough to locate
I'm
shrines you haven't cleared or Koroks hiding around Hyrule.
I see a Korok moving.
I do too.
That's where navigation comes in handy.
Now the navigation just popped up.
Guidance activated.
She just started talking.
Proceed north.
Does this give you the
It'll
ick?
provide a helpful, voiced guide.
Your destination is north of here and close.
But the AI voice sounds
Your destination
very
is above.
The game looks good.
God, can she shut up?
Your destination
Every time the
is
AI
nearby.
voice comes on, it honestly is so great.
You have reached your destination.
They didn't really do any other
Guidance
work though. Like the
deactivated.
shadows still have the same issues.
Give it a try as you search for all sorts of things.
They should have updated some of the
Geometry
resolution,
still
some of the effects.
poor.
When you visit certain places, you
They
can
definitely
hear
didn't
voice
use
memories.
DLSS because there's no anti-aliasing,
My
basically.
study. I found a silent princess in a corner of this desolate room. How many years?
These are stories
Poppin's
that weren't in
just
the
as
original
aggressive.
games.
If
Voice
anything, the
memories
higher
can be
resolution
located
makes
using
it easier
navigation.
to
Your
see the
destination is
Poppin.
nearby.
I don't have any interest in these
The
Zelda
dueling
notes.
peaks. I shudder to think of what would
And
have happened
hearing
if Link
Zelda's
hadn't
cool,
led
I guess,
everyone
yeah.
here.
Yeah, hearing Zelda's
Plus,
fine.
in The
I hate
Legend of
the AI
Zelda
voice,
Tears of the
though, with
Kingdom,
passion.
you won't just hear stories from Princess Zelda.
This altar is considered the
Ooh,
most
Raru as
holy
well.
place in the temple.
You can look forward to hearing stories from 2 other characters as well.
Is this the afterlife?
That's hilarious. Koga.
In The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you can freely create your own vehicles and weapons. But
This is
have you
something that
ever
should
wanted to
have been added
share
such
your
a long
creations?
Yeah.
With auto build sharing, you can create QR codes to share blueprints with others, even on social media.
Right.
When receiving a QR code,
There's still
you
3
can
minutes
scan
of
it
this.
with
What else is there
Zelda
gonna tell me?
Notes and use materials to
There
auto
actually
build
is
the
a few
creation in
new
your game.
things that they didn't talk about.
Okay. That gives me more optimism for Prime 4 improvements too. Like they might be holding back on everything about its improvements for later.
Honestly,
Another
if there's
thing
no
you
more
can do with
improvements than what they
QR
showed, I'm
codes
perfectly happy.
is gift in-game
I mean, I
items
think-
to
yeah.
other
Great.
players.
Yeah, I mean,
Like they have 120 FPS mode, cherry on top of the cake.
Yeah.
For example, when gifting
Oh.
a sword or some meat, you can create a QR code.
Item sharing is interesting.
Then another player can receive it in their game via Zelda Notes.
That is interesting. But again, these are things that like who's playing the game now? I guess is what I'm like. I played the game already. Like, you know, it's just this would have been neat
With Photo Studio,
at launch.
you can edit photos taken in-game.
But I don't know.
By
I'm
sending
sure
your
some people are
Nothing
gonna
about
say
this
Notes.
makes me want to replay
You can
these
crop them.
versions, to be honest.
it makes you want to replay.
And decorate them with stamps.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, me neither.
Or add a QR
Like the
code
image
to
quality's
share your
better,
creations.
but it's still not good. 60 FPS is nice.
I mean, to be honest,
Load time's
this
nice,
needs
but
this needs to be a free upgrade because
My play data
I'm not
keeps
gonna
track
spend
of
any
your
money for any of
records
this.
since your
Expensive.
adventures began, such as the number of enemies you've defeated.
that is a thing. But these two specifically is they are going to be free for expansion pass members.
but only for
You can
expansion
even
pass
earn
members.
in-app medals based
But that
on your
sets an
record.
interesting precedent for some
Aim
Switch
for
2
new
edition
medals
games.
and goals, like total distance
Yep.
traveled or rupees
a precedent
collected.
I was very much hoping for.
Okay, the play data thing's kind of neat.
With global play data,
I like
you can
that
see
a
where your
little bit.
records rank
Like
within the global community.
I'll check out my stats of my game already, but I'm not gonna like go
On
like,
top of
redo
comparing
it. You
your
know?
data with other players around the
So,
world, you can also see your gameplay trends.
But I'm only gonna like do this like once or twice, right? Like it's gonna be like 5 or 10 minutes of my total
Once
life.
per day, you can spin for a daily bonus. You'll be granted whichever in-game effect it lands on for the day.
If
so give
anything,
it a
this
try.
sets an interesting precedent
Good
for the
luck.
next Zelda game to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for those who haven't played the
Amiibo
game yet.
accessories can be used to
Yeah.
receive in-game items.
Yeah, I
Zelda
think medals
Notes
are like
keeps
kind of like
track of each
achievements
amiibo you
commercials
scan.
at 2 a.m.
When you scan an amiibo 5 times, you'll get an additional bonus use of that amiibo that you could normally only scan once per day.
They're really trying to bring back that Switch 2 app, the Switch app.
Upgrade your adventures in Hyrule on Nintendo Switch 2.
That Stone Talus looks different.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch 2 editions.
Are these physical releases?
If you already own the Switch games, you can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 editions
They
by
are.
purchasing upgrade packs.
They're gonna have separate physical
Or
releases. of these
access the
games.
upgrade packs at no
Yeah.
additional cost with a paid
like that they're
Nintendo
red.
Switch
Switch 2 is
Online
very
plus expansion
prominent.
pack
I'm not
membership.
sure I like how prominent
Plus,
that logo is.
these new amiibo figures will also be available.
Wait,
if you scan them in The
Those
Legend
amiibo
of
were
Zelda
existed
Tears of the
already, right? Or
Kingdom,
did they
you
not?
might
I don't
receive
remember- I
a
don't remember
paraglide
Yeah,
fabric.
these are reprints, I believe.
I don't remember them ever being made actually.
Oh, actually,
I don't think so. I think it was just
Maybe-
it was just Link, Ganondorf, and Zelda. These are not the prior.
yeah, they definitely had.
These are the new. These are.
Yeah, these are the new ones.
Yeah, they're the sages. They're not the champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kingdom,
They may
you
not
might
have had
receive
these.
a paraglider
Because, yeah,
fabric.
I was thinking
Oh,
about
love paraglider fabric.
Whoa.
Oh man, that's I've waited 2 years for this paraglider fabric. So I guess the launch titles are Breath and Tears upgraded,
Honestly,
Nintendo Tour, and Mario Kart World.
I almost feel like the games at higher resolution without pushing out like the draw distances and stuff, which it doesn't look like they're doing, at least not too much, it kind of looks worse. Because it's kind of like the flaws and the concessions in order to have such a
Jump
big
back
open
into
world
the
game
adventure
on Switch.
now with enhanced
I've
resolution
become more
and frame
obvious
rates.
at a higher resolution because you can, it's more clearly visible.
They both support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, and they have smoother, higher definition graphics.
I bet this look good on my TV. Really good on my TV.
Plus,
I mean, I'm sure it'll look better than the normal version in terms of image quality, but in terms of like some of the lighting and some of the textures and some of the LODs at distance especially, it's like, oh, you can really see those LODs changing. It's like, oh no.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. It's again, like, remember, we've talked about this for a while. We never thought this would be that big of a deal, and it's not.
True.
It's just a little thing. It's a nice little thing, but that's all it is. This is not the replacement for the Zelda release for the year. I mean, that's Age of Imprisonment, right? Which, yeah. Anyways, thank you everyone for coming by. I'm extremely excited for Mario Kart World. I am extremely excited for Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh boy.
My soul is calm regarding Metroid Prime 4. They gave me enough for that, and it will have more in the future. Do not worry. This game is still a big deal. I actually think we've seen more evidence that they're treating it as a big deal. It's just not the launch title.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. That's the answer. I think the fear that Nintendo didn't care about Prime 4 because of the way they showed it off in the prior Direct, I think it's just because it's a few months later, and that's it. But we got confirmation that it's going to have a Switch 2 version with 120 FPS mode, which is insane, right,
Yes.
Brandon? It's going to have improved textures, high dynamic range, better loading, mouse controls. This is all a big deal. So I'm excited. And Nintendo clearly still holding back, but it's a good start.
Yeah.
It's a good start. All right. I will take a little break and then expect some videos to drop later today. All right.
Thanks.
All right. See you soon, everyone. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Yeah, so